There's a war going on, the books can't escape from the team called the morning steam. It's time to break one for cover. That's gonna cover, that's gonna cash. Then we make the 100-yard dash to the window. I don't know what you thought. It's Ramon Scott running so hot. Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice, we might play a parlay. It's the morning steam. What? Ramon Scott, sports money. What? Wake your ass up and let's get to the money. Get to the money. You know how we do it.
There we go. And a pleasant good morning to you from the sports betting capital of the world, Las Vegas. This is Ramon Scott, and welcome to the Morning Steam show for Monday, December 23rd. Happy holidays, everybody. It's time for Christmas and all the fun of the week here. A little bit light on some of the college basketball this week, of course, with holiday week, but we've got a huge card tonight in the NBA and NHL. There is Monday Night Football, a little bit lopsided on the spread, but we're going to preview it as our featured game. Certainly, there's a bowl game in a little less than 2 hours, so we'll talk about it. We'll give a pick out here. 2 bowl games today on Sunday, and it's going to be a great day, great sports betting day. How did you folks do? Let's cut to the chase and get started with the show. Thanks for joining me here on the Morning Steam today. And what can you say? Merry Christmas to everyone here. I will be here on Wednesday if you need a little getaway from the morning gift unwrapping. You can catch your sports fix with me here. I'm not taking that day off for sure with our great NFL games. So join me here on Christmas Day. Just want to give a little bit of a heads up and a reminder. I'll be here. That's not my day off. That comes in July. So we'll be here on Wednesday and tomorrow as well. So let's get rolling with the show. Say hello to a few folks, do the monologue, and talk about the great games yesterday, huh? How about it, team? How about it? Joe T here, opening the doors, taking care of business for me. Truth teller, hello. He says it. Happy holidays. Cash Kane, thank you for your contributions here since kind of joining the chat all-stars here with your picks. Really appreciate it. You've been a big impact there in the chat. Everyone, this is Thomas Lewis. I'd like to extend my happy holidays to my man here who's every day here with me, and I love it. Good morning. Like this video, comment, subscribe, share, hit the thumbs up. Sports Money Network here on YouTube, the fastest growing sports betting channel here on YouTube. Hopefully I didn't leave abruptly yesterday throwing out those games. I did make a couple of appearances on some other channels, but this is my home, the Sports Money Network. I also like to extend happy holidays to Mike and Jeff and his family. Those guys giving me this opportunity here on Sports Money. We're working closely with them. I'm not. It's not just a 2-hour infomercial every day. I'm a big part of this family as well. And I hope we get to join those guys a little bit more. Stop making excuses there and join them next year, I guess. We're kind of wrapping it up here in some of the sports, taking some time off, even soccer. You look at the schedule out there here now for the next few days. Yeah, we got some Serie A today, but we're pretty much going on Christmas break here. So appreciate everyone very much. Joe W. here as well. Robert McCormick. Happy holidays. Thank you. So getting it out of the way now in case you guys can't join me over the next 2 days, but I imagine some of you will. Mushroom, hello, nice to see you. Ziggy as well, thank you. And our Tomps, thank you for everything this year as well. Thank you very much for all your contributions here in the chat. Cliff Floyd out there, hey, he's doing the job for us, right? We're doing the job that we need Cliff to do. Thank you very much. I'm glad to be along for the ride there with Cliff. I imagine you know how it is now. I don't know what do they say? Um, Trash technicians, garbage tech. They've got all this equipment. If you've ever seen, I don't know if Clip, maybe it's old school still, but I see it now. You got a little video in there. You can pick up everything with little knobs and bells and whistles. You need an engineering degree practically to do Cliff's job nowadays. Sir Mackey's here. Thank you. And let's see here. Nunya, thank you for everything. Happy to be with you here. Sports Money Christmas. Not quite yet, right? But like I said, just say hello in case you guys can't make it with me the next couple of days. We're on the holiday week here for sure. Philly Eagle Flyer, Fernando, thank you for years of your contributions, it feels like here now. Tino as well, thank you. A couple plays from Philly Eagle Flyer today. They're not necessarily shying away from this light soccer card here today. They're underway here in a few games as well. And I think that's it, at least for now. So I want to cover the action from last night, talk about a few games, talk about my picks here on the show. Was anybody writing them down? Because they're showing, I shouldn't cut, I you can see the reflection. They're showing Charlie Woods and his dad. And hey, you could be, how cool is this 15-year-old, huh? Charlie Woods making that hole-in-one yesterday in front of his dad. His dad didn't even see it, apparently. Maybe he was over taking a leak, but he caught wind of what happened. And we always thought Tiger was pretty cool, right? And maybe as he got older, he wasn't as cool as we thought. Still, obviously, a legendary golfer, maybe a little bit nerdy, maybe a little bit strange. The way his life unfolded in front of our eyes, but not his career. I mean, only the injuries stopped him from, well, he's still maybe the greatest of all time, but watch out for Charlie Woods, right? He might end up being pretty good as well, but he's already cooler than his dad, that's for sure. How about the look? He gets the hole-in-one and he gives it the, almost like the Jordan there a little bit. All right, let's talk football from yesterday. Tell me what you guys had. I mean, I know the big one here. There were some pretty good games. We made the most of it out of some sloppy ones too. But maybe the big one was the Eagles losing to Washington, with Jaden Daniels, that game-winning TD drive. Daniels, he's unflappable. He can't be flapped here, but he can't be stopped either, man. Daniels, 250 yards passing, 82 rushing, 5 touchdown passes. The Eagles defense did a nice job. They picked him off twice, had 3 fumble recoveries, but lost the game. Saquon was looking great with those record-setting numbers, 150 yards rushing, but Hurts leaves the game with a concussion. Certainly was still a nice job by Pickett and the Eagles to make a great game of it yesterday. That was a game where, hey, you know what? Maybe we didn't have the best of it because of Jaden Daniels. That was our consensus loser. It cost us our 38th straight parlay here yesterday. It felt like with the Eagles, consensus was on the Eagles yesterday. I was with you guys. I mean, I thought the Eagles would do it. They had plenty of chances, but really a nice job by Washington there as a dog. So that was one game that I did lose yesterday here on the show, but there wasn't too many. How about Atlanta and the Giants? I had the under here as my show winner yesterday. Atlanta got the win 34-7 with Michael Penix at quarterback. And you guys told me in the chat that he would be good in his first start. Look, I like Michael Penix. I mean, sometimes these lefties throw a beautiful ball, don't they? And he's got that touch. And it is the end of the Kirk Cousins era. I think it'll be hard to get Penix out of the starting lineup here now after what we saw, and Atlanta back on top here for the time being. So great job by Penix, 200 yards. Bijan, 95 yards rushing. The Falcons had defensive scores on 2 pick sixes yesterday as well. So the Falcons improve to 8-7, and they're on top right now in that wild NFC South race. So Atlanta gets the job done, and Penix replaces Cousins officially for now. I was on one show yesterday where someone in the chat said he would go for 300 yards. Look, if he would have done that, we would have been tearing the house down. It feels like good job by Penix. Keep him under wraps a little bit. And, there was some flaw. He had a pick, no problem. Great job by Penix. Looked in command yesterday, but we're playing the 2-13 Giants. So Lions over the Bears. We had the winner here on the over yesterday with the Lions and the Bears here on the show. 34-17, the Lions with Goff, 3 touchdown passes. Jahmyr Gibbs, 100 yards rushing in the win. Caleb Williams, just 334 yards, 2 TDs in the loss. So still going to give him a passing grade this year. I get frustrated listening to my cohorts along the different networks kind of criticizing him a little bit. Not on a very good team, that's for sure. Bears 4-11 here in Detroit keeps it going right now, and had to match it up with the Vikings there yesterday. So even though they were first, they knew they had to win. And how about we also had a winner here? You guys had the winner with me here on the show, the over in the Cardinals and the Panthers. I think we got that one right. 36-30 Cardinals with that win, or Carolina with that win. In overtime, Hubbard, the 21-yard touchdown run for Chuba. Bryce Young, 225 yards of total offense. Kyler Murray, 265 yards of total offense, but 2 turnovers for the Cardinals and Murray. Panthers improved to 3-11. They've done a nice job here down the stretch. Bryce Young has kind of saved his career here, it feels like, a little bit. And Arizona, big loss there yesterday. They've lost 4 of 5 right now, and kind of fumbling around to the finish here in the game there. I gave out the Panthers on another show yesterday over at the Nuke the House channel. So we did have a couple winners on the side there. I did not fare well with my premium picks up front right now. I don't think we had 1 and 3, I think, on those 4 picks, but won practically all of them here on the show, including how about Colts and the Titans? We had the Colts here on the show yesterday as my pick here on the morning's team, with Jonathan Taylor rushing all over the place. 218 yards, 3 touchdowns. Anthony Richardson had 200 yards of total offense, and the Colts had a monster day on the ground to beat the Titans. Mason Rudolph, 3 interceptions. Not an answer, not a solution, just a guy in there right now in the Colts. The Titans did a nice job there. He still had 2 touchdown passes, had the long one early, in Tennessee had that first score, but after a while it was 24-7. Titans rolled back a little bit, but still end up losing to go to 3-12. Colts 7-8 right now. How about the Bengals winning over the Browns? We had the winner here on the show with the under, with the Bengals winning 24-6. Joey B, 250 yards passing and 3 touchdowns. It was the Bengal defense with a couple of picks and a fumble recovery, 5 sacks for Cincinnati. I think everyone saw that one coming here, it felt like, with the Bengals yesterday. I did talk about the Bengals on another one of those shows, kind of gave them out there. But on the show here, we had the winner on the under yesterday in that one. Vikings and Seahawks. I'm going to give myself a push on this one. The Hawks plus the points yesterday was a push for the most part, right? Vikings 27-24 on the road. That crucial victory for the Vikings to stay with those teams in the NFC at 13-2, right? They're the team that knows they control their own destiny. Sam Darnold. How about that pass by Darnold? He was looking like some of those tricky quarterbacks with shovel passes and desperation passes, getting tackled and knocked around. 3 touchdown passes. Justin Jefferson, 10 receptions, 144 yards, and 2 of those scores as the Vikings win their 8th in a row. Geno, 300 yards, but 2 picks in the loss, and the crucial loss for the Seahawks to fall to 8-7. Winner here on the show yesterday for me with the Dolphins over the 49ers. It was my only premium pick winner on the over in that game, and that wasn't easy either. Kind of needed a desperation touchdown pass, it felt, or desperation score there in the end by the Miami Dolphins with Achane there at the end of the game. But Sanders, 5 field goals in the win. Achane, 120 yards. Tua, 215 yards and a touchdown. Brock Purdy, 300 yards and 2 TDs. But the Niners couldn't get out of their own way with those penalties. They are done, and I think they knew it there by the second half, right? I think they knew they were done, and Miami was able to get that win there yesterday for us. Also, Bills and the Pats yesterday. How about it? We had the Patriots as our pick on the show, plus those points. They almost found a way to win, but the Bills won it 24-21 with Josh Allen, just 150 yards in the game, but James Cook, 100 yards rushing, and the 3 takeaways. That one close to the end zone was big as well. Drake May, 260 yards passing in the loss. It's his job now for sure. Patriots, nice job by the Pats. Are still 3-12. Bills improved to 12-3 there yesterday. Also, how about Jaguars and the Raiders? Hey, I did find a loser here. One of just 2 losers on the show yesterday for me. I think we went 9-2-1 with my picks here on the show yesterday, with the Raiders getting that victory over the Jaguars. I did have the over as my pick here on the show. But Aiden O'Connell returned to the lineup, 250 yards. Brock Bowers, 11 catches, 100 yards. And man, wouldn't you like to have Brock Bowers on your team? Raiders defense had a couple of fumble recoveries and snapped that 10-game losing streak in true Raider fashion. Not getting the number 1 pick here now, it looks like, with that victory, but it still could work out for them. We'll see which direction the Giants want to go with their quarterback selection, I would assume, but we'll see. Not a great moment for the Raiders there. Again, I took Jacksonville because I thought the Raiders were kind of trying to tank there a little bit, but the Jaguars aren't very good either, though. Both teams are 3-12, so Dallas and the Buccaneers late last night. I did have the over here on the show. I think we had a consensus loser as well with the Buccaneers. I took the Buccaneers as a premium pick, but they were flat against the Cowboys. But give the Cowboys plenty of credit, right? We've been talking about it for a couple of weeks, how they have been dramatically improved. Kind of when, everyone talks about McCarthy, need a new coach in Dallas, whatever. Hey, it seems like Jerry Jones still seems like he's their man. You listen to the interviews saying, hey, let's get our coaching staff rounded up. This is what we're going to do. We're going to go with this crew, it feels like. But Dallas was able to get the win, hold off the Bucs 26-24 last night, as the Bucs had 2 fourth-quarter drives, but the Cowboys stopped them both. And that pass interception in the end zone, they stripped the ball there at midfield on that final drive. Cooper Rush wins again, 292 yards and a touchdown. CeeDee Lamb, 100 yards, all in the first half, it felt like yesterday. Baker, 300 yards and 2 touchdowns. The Bucs had 400 yards, but couldn't come up with the win against, what can you say? Dallas did a nice job here down the stretch. They found out they were eliminated before the game, but still came out with a pretty strong effort. So good job for Dallas there, and we did have the over here on the show. Okay, let's see what I think that's it for the Sunday action. So hope that was good for you guys. 9-2-1 for me here yesterday in the NFL. All right, let's go back over the chat, see a few more. Maybe we'll talk about the other sports as well. Yesterday, I couldn't get anything done, though, with the premiums there pretty much yesterday in the other sports as well, although I did go 2-1 with my NHL premium picks last night, including the Florida Panthers with a win. We had the Kings and the Capitals game under last night as our two winners. And in college basketball, finished 6-5 with those premium pick winners yesterday. 2-1 in our picks here in the NBA on the show yesterday. So I know we were rushing through them there pretty late, but see who else is joining us in the chat. Morgan Spooner, happy holidays to you. Thank you. And okay, Cliff's telling me how it's done, right? I saw it. Yeah, and I worry, Cliff. I know. I mean, I if anything, that we should be careful. And I don't know. It's a public service announcement because we've got Cliff, and we're not. It's a tough job. It really is. But man, you see the new technology and the biggest fear for these drivers on the trucks, Cliff, has to be the lithium batteries. We're seeing these fires and explosions in the trucks. I know that they really insulate them now to avoid any kind of, but it still feels so dangerous. The lithium batteries. I'm sure it is the major concern of the drivers here. Let's see who else is here today. Sir Mackey's got Embiid with a double-double. And let's see here. Tino said the Bills almost lost. Kirk says, or Nunya says, Kirk ain't done. I kind of want to agree, but the physical tools, I'm worried about this. Nunya, he says this because he knows I'm a Kirk fan, but hopefully the lack of mobility was just something. It looks bad. It just looks bad in the arm strength too. So maybe there is things you can do in the off season here a little bit for Kirk to rectify his career and get back, stay on the field somehow. But all right. Subhumans here today. Thank you, Sub. My name is Sub, ironically, as well. And, you got a hats off to Sub, giving out all those player props. Oh, it's not funny anymore. But here's Sir Mackey's got some props for us today. Here, Cash Kane says Drake played well. May played well. And Fernando said it'd be a long day for the Browns. Andrew G, hello. And R. Tom said she saw it. The writing was on the wall for them. The injuries were just too much this season for the Niners. Thomas Bird, happy holidays to you, T-Bird. Timmy Tushu, nice to see you. How have you been, Timmy? Man, Timmy and I go back doing this show a couple of years, it feels like. And Curtis also there. AOD, good morning. He's gonna finish the lyrics for me one day, and I'll be able to know them all. I don't think he's got the second verse down, but there is a war going on. All right, Flea. Thank you, Flea. Daniel, hello as well. All right, I think that's kind of it for the monologue for everything. So let's talk a little plug here for me today. Hopefully, I'll get some winners here today with the Winnable app. I just want to cover it here right now because there is early bowl game action, and my best pick is up right now at winnable.com. Gonna preview the game here in just a few moments between Coastal Carolina hosting. That's right. They're the home team in a way. They're actually the designated visitors, I think, in the game, but it is at Conway, South Carolina at Brooks Stadium, the Myrtle Beach Bowl, home of the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers, and they are taking on UTSA in our bowl game. But I got 3 plays up right now with my picks over at winnable.com. I got a 3-pack of winners here right now for the football games out already. I'll release those other sports a little later today as I try to pick up the pieces a little bit from a flatline day yesterday with the premiums there. Over at winnable.com, you can use the promo code STEAM. Click on the QR code there to get to my sales page. It looks just like that phone there on the left. That's when you know you're in the right spot, and then you can see how to choose the packages as well. You can set your notifications for delivery of the plays, and don't miss any of my plays. Hey, I'll give you a bunch of plays here on the show. I come on here as a partner with Mikey Money there pretty much, and he allowed me the opportunity to come over here and talk a little bit of sports betting with you every day. So join me here at Winnable to get my premium picks every day. This is my best plays over at winnable.com, and appreciate that. Let me see here. All right. Get us started here on the show. Just kind of doing some work here behind the scenes. Make sure we're ready to go. Appreciate the patience. There we go. All right, so grab those plays over at winnable.com. There's the address right there. Very easy. Just remember, Winnable, not spelled normally with two I's there. And appreciate all the subscribers here renewing their packages with me. And hey, this has been a great experience for me to see the growth and everything, not only with those picks, but here on the channel. Use the promo code STEAM to save 20%. All right. Gonna take care of business here right now and get started with our games today. And let's see, Super True is here. Lee Anthony Quinones, happy holidays to you, to Super True as well. And there you go. Yep. Thanks, Cliff. I know my collecting, right? Or I know my garbage. I know my garbage, I guess I'm saying there. Ron Young, hello. Nice to see you. All right, let's get started with Monday Night Football tonight. Got to start somewhere, and it is a Monday Night Football game after all, but even if it's not a close game here tonight with the Saints taking on the Packers. Well, we'll deal with it here today. I guess we weren't going to flex this one, but we've got a game here tonight with the Packers, an important game certainly for the Pack here in this one. The Saints are 5-9, just playing out the string here a little bit, 2 touchdown underdogs, but they have covered 3 of their last 5 since the coaching change. So give them a little bit of credit on that. They failed on the 2-point try last week, or they would have had another win here as they went 3-2 straight up in those 5 games since changing to their interim coach here. For the Saints, they're 16-7-1 in their last 24 games as a road underdog, although they are just 2-6 against the spread this year when coming off of a loss. So we'll see tonight. Saints obviously here having to, alter their lineup a little bit with what has happened with the injuries. Spencer Rattler gets the start here for the Saints, going up against Love, of course, of the Packers. For the Packers here, they're 10-4. They've won 8 of their last 10 games overall and have covered the spread in 4 straight games here right now. Packers just 5-4-1 against the spread, last 10 as a favorite, 3-3 this year as a home favorite. Packers 10-7 against the spread when coming off of a win, and they're doing a pretty good job forcing those turnovers here of late. These teams have split the last 10 meetings between the two, but the Saints have lost 3 of their last 4 trips to Lambeau Field, and 3 of the last 4 games between the teams have gone under the total. So let's see what you guys want to do here in this one. When the Saints take on the Packers here tonight. Had a little bit of steam come in while I've been rambling here. I didn't hit it too quick, but maybe we'll talk about it here in just a second. While I get your plays here and watch our chat all-stars make some of their selections. Let's go to the chat and see what you guys have here in this one. Is Green Bay here at home. All right, here we go. Saints have failed to cover 4 straight on the road. Here's Thomas. He starts us off with the Packers. Our Tomp is on the Packers. Cash Kane says, take him at 6.5 here in this one. What is that price? So that's got to be what, minus $3 or something. But I get it. And I'm not one to criticize a play like that. Like I said, I always say you got to have every tool in your arsenal. And Thomas says that, look, this game, pardon me, you guys. Woo, it feels good. This game is so one-sided, it'll just take Green Bay first half. That's where you can get that 6.5 there, I think, right? Might be 7.5. I didn't actually look here. Sir Mackey Loves Pies, ready to get, he's got his hockey plays rolling there. Ziggy says he's got the Packers minus 5.5 here in this one. So looks like you guys were able to, buy this one down and not willing to worry about winning it by a touchdown. Under for Super True. Cash Kane's got his hockey plays in there. Thank you, Cash Kane. Appreciate it. And all right, and here's more Packers action. Man, you guys are all willing to go down there and lay less than a touchdown on the game. But, hey, I can't necessarily do that here on the show. I try to keep it real or keep it, close to the right. I think a lot of, I'm not one to send out the packages too early, right, and try to take advantage. I'd like to get them to you, maybe send out, but I can't be sure that everybody's going to get the best line, and I'm going to go up against a tough line. So that's why I send my plays out when I do. I think for the average better, and that's who I think I'm not calling you guys average. You guys are special, but for most people, right, they're not going to make their plays until kind of close to the game, or I do think late information is the best information, but here's Thomas says Green Bay first half. I'm not sure that's what those people were putting in there, Thomas, but I don't mind the consensus play here if that's what we want to do. Take Green Bay in the first half. I thought they were taking it minus 6.5 and laying $3 or whatever it is on the alternate line. Maybe I'll take a peek at that here, but we could do it first half here in this game. I'm showing right now that I'm showing the Packers are actually 9.5-point favorites in the first half here tonight at most of the square books right now. You might be able to get a 9, but I don't know if you can, quite frankly. So Packers first half to kind of roll here today as our consensus play. I'll take the Packers minus 14 points. That's what I'll do. I'll take them to win by more than 2 touchdowns and blow out the Saints here today. Packers know what is in store for them here right now in the standings. So they're going to be focused. I don't think they'll, I don't think the Saints are going to catch the Packers napping here in this one right now. And we know the Packers still need to keep winning here at this point, as they are only in third place in the NFC North, but they're in the playoffs pretty much. It would take a disaster for them not to make it here at this point. So I think we know, their chances are looking good. It feels like the Commanders are in now with that win yesterday, and it's going to be hard. The Bucs are really the outside looking in right now after the Falcons took charge and the Buccaneers choked there. Seahawks are hanging on by a thread in the NFC. So, all right, any more plays, let me know. I'm looking at the chat here. And Billy Mack says, I got to take the points in this one. This is the NFL after all. And let's see what else. Timmy Two Shoes says he's got a couple of props here. And Twisted says the NFL was rough yesterday. Yeah, I went 1-3 in my premium picks, Twisted. Not great, but I did go 9-2-1 here on the show. So I don't think I had a rough day. I think I had a pretty good day, but I really would like to win the premiums. Those feel like my best. And I talked about it yesterday saying, I only have 4 premiums on this card because that's the nature of the NFL. Like I said, NFL, to me, they say it's the most unpredictable. I think it is the most predictable. Unfortunately, you got to land on the right side of the and I only had 4 premium plays and could only manage 1 in 3. So I'll agree with you. A rough day yesterday with my best picks, but on the free picks here on the show, 9, 2, and 1. So I think that was pretty good. Jacoby likes the over here in this one. All right, I think that's it for Monday Night Football. Sounds like you guys are set with your and a consensus play here. Look, we're 0-38. We're 0-38 here on the consensus parlay. I can't believe it. They're making fun of us on other shows, on other channels, that we can't hit a parlay over here. And funny, I hit 3 of them myself, but I'm a round robin parlay kind of guy, so I lost just as many. But does seem funny that we can go 38 consecutive parlays. Some of them, most of them, at least 3 teamers or more. So it is hard, but Thomas says every 50, you just got to give somebody a winner. But I want to win it fair and square. You know what I mean? And if I have to make a mockery of us, I'm the leader of this chat. I don't mean to be arrogant about it. This is Team Steam, my concept or whatever. We've been doing it here now. I know we've only been here for 4 months now on the Sports Money Network, but remember, we've been doing the morning steam for, 4 years now, it feels like. And, we got we got our show, we've got our concept, we've got our logo, and we'll get it. Twisted says today is the day. So let's see. We're starting off with one. Let's go to the bowl games here right now and preview this first one coming up here at the top of the, or not the top of this hour, but at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 Pacific, from the Myrtle Beach Bowl with Coastal Carolina. And I got a little bit of a note here on this game, certainly, or not a note, but the storyline here going into the game. We'll talk about the portal a little bit, but it's a little bit personal for me with one of my players. I always say my players, right? I think most people know, but I do still, even though I'm here talking gambling, I still cover my high school teams from the conference that I grew up in. So cover 14 high schools actually, with football, basketball, baseball, and the like. And when I say my players, I mean a player that I've interviewed in the past or covered in the past or shot video of or whatever, right? I mostly interview them nowadays. It seems like so fun and so neat for them to get that Sports Center type experience. So I sometimes bring on the kids onto the StreamYard like this and interview them. And one of my players is Christian Washington of Coastal Carolina. Well, he's not anymore. He was one of the players that entered the portal, and no team has lost more players to the portal in the bowl season than the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers. So they're playing at home. They're a big underdog here now. This has been a runaway spread for UTSA. By the way, my guy Christian Washington is going back home to play at San Diego State with 2 years of eligibility left. And from my perspective of it, and I just want to throw this in because of my affiliation with Christian, there's a YouTube video on 2 of them, I think, where I was interviewing him as a high school talent. And I think San Diego State fans have kind of overlooked his addition to the team. I think he's going to be the star of the team here, actually, moving forward. It hasn't been a great year for San Diego State. They did not have a good year here as they're kind of transitioning from dominating a little bit in their conference for several years, or at least being very competitive, to struggling here a little bit right now with a coach is trying to get it back, get his ways going a little bit. So anyways, as far as tonight, though, they've lost 29 players, Coastal Carolina, to the portal. That's more than any other team. 11 of them are starters. Pardon me, gang. Should mute myself on that. 11 of them are starters, so they're also down to their 3rd string quarterback here in this one. So that's why they're 2 touchdown underdogs, it feels like here. It really feels like when you look at right now, the teams that have been most affected by even here so far this season, it feels like they are challenged here, and they're not necessarily getting up for the games. They're finding a way to get through the games now. Maybe because Coastal's at home in this one, they can feel a little bit more comfortable. But again, this spread has gone from, well, maybe as low as realistically 7 or 7.5. I know there are even lower spreads out there. You guys probably got them, but I always try to go with the regular spread here, and it's 13 here. It's actually gone down a little bit, but there might be some 13.5s. I'm actually not doing myself a good service here if I don't put at least 13. You know I'm going to give myself the tough line, but I don't see any more 13.5s out there. But I do see that I'm going to be on the over here in this one. Maybe you read through the lines there a little bit and know what my premium is. You can pick it up over there at winnable.com. But I will take the over in this game. To me, it does feel like that Coastal's played the tougher schedule this year. UTSA's had some opt-outs, but really they haven't been nearly as affected as the Chants here in this one. So I'm going to end up on the over. The total's gone down here a little bit, probably because Coastal may have some issues here moving the ball a little bit with this offense. We'll see, but I'm going to end up here taking the over as my play at the Myrtle Beach Bowl. Let's see if you guys want to play this one this afternoon here, just 90 minutes away. It feels like 60 minutes away here in this one. Coastal has lost 5 of their last 7 games coming into the game here. And we'll see what you guys got in the chat. Here in this one. We got to play this one. It's in the morning here. Come on. Let's see what we got. Joey Harb, hello. He says, Joey, that's not the point. Joey, this is the consensus parlay. Nobody wants. I take the number of YouTube views, 1 penny each, and put in the parlay. If I do a $3 straight bet, nobody wants to win $2.70. So we're doing a parlay here. You know it, that's for sure. And hello from Myrtle Beach. How about that?
Hi.
Elliot, good morning to you. Thank you for all of your support as well. All right. Thomas is on UTSA. Elliot's been so excited for the Military Bowl for already a couple weeks. It feels like Robert likes the under in this one. He's going against me here. And yeah, I would say actually that most of the handicappers that I've seen are on the under in this game. We have seen the teams that maybe are trying to get some offense together struggle a little bit, but I don't know, maybe UTSA to me, they gave up 400 yards and for their last 5 games was part of my handicap here. It felt like Cash Kane says, put UTSA in a money line parlay here. Billy Mack will take the points here in this one. There's still Coastal Carolina, right? These are 2 budding programs that still feels like here. UTSA won 3 of their last 4 games. They're just 3-3 against the spread as a favorite this season. They did go over in 6 of their last 7 games. The Chanticleers did start 4-1 this season, and we'll see. I think I want to think it's Vasco in here possibly. No, who is it? Who is it in there? Oh, right. Let's see here. Coastal finished 3-7 in their last 10 against the spread here. So, all right. Think we got it from you guys. Damon, hello and thank you. And Twisted, thank you as well for your props in this game. Appreciate it. Here's Joey says, take Coastal over their, I think that's over their team total. How about that? On the teal turf. That's right. All right, Elliot says 3/4 of the bets are on UTSA. Lee Anthony says take UTSA team total over. And Joey says just take those plays. Well, Joe, we're trying to win somebody some money. It's a free play. So that's the concept of it. I think, if you look at the consensus plays, they probably are a percentage winner, it feels like, right? We're always losing it by one. All right, Coastal Futon Bets is here with Coastal first quarter money line. All right. Thank you, Elliot. That's perfect. Yep. Give it all to Thomas. I think Thomas won the contest one time, won the drawing anyway. Okay, that's it. I'm on the over in this one. Again, I think it feels like I'm on the minority a little bit. I think under is probably a pretty popular play here. It feels like, but I'm going to grab the over as my play here on the show. All right, next up, got another game right after it. The bowl games are in the daytime here in holiday week. Northern Illinois will be taking on Fresno State. We go from the teal turf to the blue turf of Boise, Idaho at Albertson Stadium for this one. So Fresno will be familiar with the territory at least here, even though they are an underdog against the Huskies here. The Huskies had a great season, it felt like, here, just 7-5, but look, they definitely had their moments here this season. I think they've got a decent situation here in this game against Fresno today. The Huskies are just 7-23-1 with this coach as a favorite. Not great, and they were 1-5-1 against the spread as a favorite this season. They started drawing attention from bettors early on. I think they ended up being overvalued in a lot of their games. So I think that cost them too. They still finished, 7-5, but I think for me, the kind of the storyline here in this one, Northern Illinois, probably the better team. Fresno, probably the better schedule here. Both teams had the starting quarterback hit the transfer portal. NIU had 6 starters hit the transfer portal. Fresno had 10 starters hit the transfer portal. So that's kind of the way I've been handicapping these games, quite frankly, here on these non-playoff bowl games here a little bit. Syracuse is taking some bowl game steam right now. I just want to pass that along for the Orange here in their game against Washington State. It looks like it's moving to 16.5 or maybe even 17 points here right now as Syracuse taking some steam. So Northern Illinois is a team with a legitimate defense for this level for sure. In fact, they are, a top statistical defense in the country. Just got to consider they had the max schedule and everything, but still against Fresno, a team of a similar ilk, I would say here. I think that is going to make the difference here in this game. It's a low total. I'm still going to go over. I'll be that guy here in this one. Let me see what it is right now. 39. It is up to 40.5. So you can see maybe it's square. Maybe that's just square money coming in saying, what are we doing here on a bowl game? But the total is moving here this morning for sure. Up to 40.5. If anything, it's kind of returning back to its original number here today. So I'm going to go ahead and take the over in this one as my play. My premium pick is over at winnable.com on the side. I took the side in both bowl games for my premium pick, but my pick here on the show, again, I think most cappers were coming in on the under in this game, and I don't blame them, but I'm gonna go over here in this one. NIU allowed just 281 yards per game this season, so that might put some people on the under right away. But Fresno State was pretty good as an underdog actually this season. Let me see. I want to make sure I get it totally right. Maybe it was just the last two games because Fresno was not terrific, right, against the spread. They went 2-2 as a dog. Okay. And like I said, NIU, bad favorite this season for sure. So a little bit of trepidation maybe there. I'll just take the over in this one. Northern Illinois has gone over in 7 straight against Mountain West opponents, and they do usually face one a year, it feels like right now. So anyways, I'll take the over in this one with Northern Illinois and Fresno State. So Fresno's running with an interim coach in this game. They are 7-5 against the spread. Their last 12 as an underdog. The underdog has won this game 3 out of the last 4 years, and it's probably going to be pretty cold there tonight. I will say this for that over, and again, maybe we're dealing with different style of teams here than what we've seen in the Potato Bowl in the past, but the average total, the average final score in this game in the last 10 years, 10-year average is 67.6 points. So we've seen this has been a wild bowl game in the past. Defense is expected tonight, but I'll take the over. All right, let's see if we got comments from the chat in this one. Scrolling back here to Elliott was first with Northern Illinois and a big time under here. And good morning to C. James here as well. Joey says not many giving Coastal a shot in that other game. Yeah. So maybe it is a square side on UTSA. Twisted says Huskies and under. Elliott says he'll take them Huskies here by 7. That'd be a cover. Thomas is on Northern Illinois. Robert's on the under here. I like Joey. Joey is so adamant. He does not want the consensus parlay. I stayed up all night thinking of that concept, and I guess it didn't work out. Andrew'd be shocked if Fresno wins. Big under here for Elliott. And Elliott says he's got it going under. He's going to don't put the cat and the dog on the right. Well, it's too late now. I think I've gone with the over here. I've just seen too many of these, and I know it's a different, 2 teams, and Northern Illinois, this defense are probably going to stifle them pretty good here today, it feels like. All right, I think that's it from you guys. Andrew said he's got the Potato Bowl out there. And all right. Guess that's it for college football. Thanks, you guys. Enjoy the bowl games here today. The day game, we got some, we got football to watch. That's what we want. All right. Good luck to us. We've got to go through the NBA and NHL. And because it's a holiday week, just approaching the holiday, right, you're going to have practically every team playing. Some people say, now, why are they doing that so close to the holiday? Well, you know what? Sporting events are a great thing to take your family to. So you always see a lot of games leading up to the holiday here. And we know NBA likes to play on Christmas. But let's get going with the NBA tonight. We've got, I don't know, how many games are there? 15? Is every team in playing? Let's roll with it. Started off here with the Jazz taking on the Cavs in this one. And what is it, a football game with a 14-point spread here and a bad graphic? There we go. 14 now and 2:32. Is that the case here in this one with Cleveland favored by 2 touchdowns over Utah? In this one, we get the coverage started here. For Cleveland, they've won 5 straight at home. They've won 8 of their last 9 games overall. They've won 4 straight overall. They're 13-4 against the spread so far this season. Now, Utah, they are 11-15-1 against the spread. They've really been on the bet on the short side of some lopsided scores here this season, but give them a little bit of credit for being 8-7 against the spread on the road. I only say that because of their poor spread record this season. They've been an underdog in every game so far this season. Utah's gone over in 7 of their last 8 games on the road and 6 of their last 7 games overall, and I think that's probably what will happen here. I would think this is probably going to end up as an over. The widely reported steam came in on the over in this one, and Utah's gone over in 7 of their last 8. I said that right. Let me get my trends out here. Got it written down right here. Yeah, they've been going over on the road for sure. So I'm going to go over in this one. Cleveland's won 16 of their last 17 games at home. And maybe they could get the money here. I don't know. I might actually end up just betting Utah. But my play here is going to be on the over in this one with Utah and Cleveland. Cleveland's 18-10-1 to the over this season, including 11-6 to the over at home, and Utah is 10-5 to the over on the road. So see if you guys have anything here with Utah taking on the Cavs here today with and there's Elliot. He says the Cavs been so hot. They've been covering the double digits every time. They covered against the 14 line. I got you. Yeah. So it had to be 14 exactly. So I'm not too worried about it because I know that, remember, they played Washington as a 17-point favorite. They didn't cover, but I think Elliot's saying when it's exactly 14. So I'm not too into that one, Elliot. I love all your trends, but that one I'd rather take a range or something. Robert does like the Jazz here. I gotta respect that. I might find my way to the Jazz, it feels like. Elliot says the Cavs, he can't go over with me on this one. Says the Cavs here are finished over. Let's see here, in just 11 out of 29 times this season. But it's because they're, playing some of those Eastern Conference teams a little bit. I think against Utah, it's no choice. You end up in a high-scoring game here. Ziggy says Cavs against the spread in this one. He'll lay 14 points. I'll take the over. All right. Hey, I've been neglecting you guys on this steam here, right? And this is the morning steam after all. So let me just rattle these off here real quick as we continue with the basketball, the NBA coverage. But just moments ago, Oakland took steam. There's only 7 games in college basketball. Oakland here taking some steam against Oregon State. How about that? It was 11.5. It's down to 11 or maybe even 10.5. Here's the deal, right? I think everyone knows Oregon State this season is 11-0 against the spread, or 10-0, whatever they are, 10 or 11-0. Oregon State has not lost against the spread this season, so they've just been on a roll. They did it again yesterday with the win over Charleston. We had them here on the show yesterday. Oregon State. So steam here right now, though, on the Oakland Golden Grizzlies, plus the points. It's getting a little high, getting a little dicey there, but still Oregon State, best spread team in the country, even better than Bonaventure. All right. Also, there was other steam that came in here as we were talking about all the other games. Let me kind of roll it out here a little bit and catch us up here a little bit. Miami of Ohio and Colorado State bowl game total under here, 41.5 is now 41 or so in this one. Also, bowl game steam here, Texas Tech and Arkansas. This one came in about a half an hour ago, under 53 here. Texas Tech and Arkansas, some steam to the under here in their bowl game. NBA steam here coming up. We're going to preview this one in just a couple of moments, but steam on the over with the Rockets and the Hornets. This one trends under here for sure, it feels like, but man, 217 became 219.5 here real quick. Big time steam. Rockets and Hornets to the over. In hockey, Utah took some steam here against Dallas. I know Dallas is going to be a popular play, even as a modest favorite, but Utah's played so well. Here comes the steam from the Sharps. They took plus $1.35 or so right now, but it's going lower here. Dallas, you're getting the discount on Dallas today if you'd like here in this one. I'll check the goalies when we get there, but steam came in on Utah Hockey Club. Also, steam came in on Nashville. How many times are we going to say this in a row here? It seems like the Sharps are on Nashville again here against the Hurricanes. We know Nashville has been bad, but all of a sudden they have played a little bit better here of late. No wonder the Sharps have been on them. They know what's going on. When you see that, you got to figure maybe the Preds are kind of turning in the corner here, maybe getting things together here a little bit. So, all right, I think that might be it here. Yeah, okay, let's keep it rolling here. We got a lot of games to get to, and we're not in a hurry today, so hopefully that's okay with everybody. Spurs and Sixers here in this one, with the Sixers favored by 5, and the total here is 218 or so. We call it 5.5, maybe even 6 here right now. The Sixers are kind of taking the money here. Sixers just 9-17. Maybe they're playing a little bit better here of late, getting a little bit of attention, but still pretty bad. I mean, they've won 2 out of their last 3. They lost last time out to Cleveland in a blowout, but they did sweep Charlotte in that home and home before that. But San Antonio hasn't been too great either. They're 7-10 against the spread as an underdog. They are an underdog here. Maybe that is the role that you want them in. The Spurs took the widely reported steam, and the steam also came in on the under in this one. Philadelphia has won 10 of the last 11 meetings between these two teams, and Philadelphia has not been covering here, though, at home. 4-9. 4-9 against the spread for Philadelphia at home this season, and they're not good at covering the number as a favorite necessarily either. 5-6 overall, but Spurs have gone over in 5 of their last 7 games coming into this one. The Spurs are 15-13 to the over, but 7-10 to the under as a dog here. See what you guys want to do in this one. I'm showing handicappers are interested in the Sixers here today, but I don't know if I am necessarily. Sixers have, dominated this series, but they just play a couple of times a year. Let's see what you have here in this one with the Spurs and the Sixers. And Julian, nice to have you there. He says Oregon State will smash Oakland today. You're getting a discount today. He likes Charleston as well. Thanks, Julian. Happy holidays to you if I don't see you here in the next couple of days. Appreciate it. And Julian really sharp on these injuries here, talking about Loyola Chicago being a little bit shorthanded here today, and maybe that's why you're seeing that move there. Charleston's already done a pretty good job covering this year, and Loyola feels like they are a little bit overrated even. Cash Kane will lay it here in this one. Philly Eagle Flyer took a bet on the Canes in hockey. Here's Elliott with 76ers and over. Twisted is on the Sixers here as well. Robert likes the under here with that steam. And Cash Kane recommends Embiid props. Whether he's going over or under, I'm not sure. But again, my default is always going to be over. If someone just types in something, I won't say vague, but good morning to Ray. But, I see the prop guy on the VSiN network, right? He's complaining all for the last, 10 weeks about how he can't pick any winners. And every week you look at his sheet and it's all overs. And I'm like, there's your problem right there. Now you're already, books are already going to always tax the overs on game props, I would think, right? Because that's what people do. I mean, you almost should just go blindly under, it feels like. Would that work? Am I crazy? Ray says take the Spurs in this one. Fernando says, is Embiid playing? Yeah, Fernando, I think just seeing that line right there kind of spells it out that we're expecting Embiid here tonight. He's probable. Fernando's going over. Cash Kane's going over in this one. I'm taking the Spurs here in this one, plus the points. How about Wemby with that throwdown the other day, huh? All right. Keep it moving here right now with our next matchup. The Rockets taking on the Hornets here. The Rockets a 6-point favorite on the road in this one. The Rockets are 19-9. The Hornets are 7-21, and they've lost 4 straight games coming into this one. But still just a 6-point spread. Houston's won a pair of games in a row over Toronto and New Orleans. They didn't cover in that game, though, against Toronto on the road, as Toronto got the money yesterday, right? It's a back-to-back here. Let me make sure. We did. That was our premium pick winner yesterday. I could only manage one, and we had the total over here on the show, so we did have that game pretty well locked down yesterday with Houston and Charlotte. Houston's won 4 out of their last 5 games coming in. Charlotte has covered 4 out of the last 5 meetings at home against the Rockets over the last couple of years. 4 out of the last 5 meetings between these two teams have gone under. The widely reported steam did come in on the over in this game. It's up to 220 here right now. It was 217. So a little bit of a move for sure here on the over in this one. But like I said, I think it trends under a little bit. Man, there we go. Let's bring the graphic back and see if you guys want to make a play here in this one. Charlotte has lost 7 straight home games here right now, but they are 14-11-1 as an underdog. Houston's a pretty good favorite, 12-8 against the spread overall here, but Charlotte, they've covered 4 straight when playing teams on a back-to-back, and they've also gone under in 8 of their last 9 when facing a team on a back-to-back. Let's see here what you got in this one. With the Rockets and the Hornets, here is Twisted, liking the Rockets here in this one. And Cash Kane likes the Rockets on the money line. Robert says the Hornets can get the money here in this one. All right, I think I'm ready to wrap it up here. That you guys have made your call. I'm going to go with the Charlotte Hornets in this one to cover the points at home against the Rockets here tonight. All right, here's the Celtics and the Magic. As Nate here, he's got the Celtics. He's got the Celtics in the second quarter as well. I would guess. But if anything, right, we're the ones that are getting the Celtics right. It feels like every time right now they feel like they're the most predictable team here at this point, and you're going up against an Orlando team that has covered the spread in 10 of their last 11 games right now at home here. One of the best spread marks in the league at home here. They're 18-12 against the spread overall. Boston 11-15-1 as a favorite. This has not been Boston's role here at this one. They, no matter how you look at it, they've dropped the spread now in 12 of their last 13 games when coming off of a win. They are extremely predictable. They beat up on the Bulls. We said they would after they lost to the Bulls, and we said they wouldn't cover that one. They actually lost. So it feels like they're the easiest team right now to kind of get right here a little bit. Boston has gone under in 4 straight games. Boston has been a pretty good under this year, 4-9 to the under. Although I will say Orlando is 7-4 to the over as an underdog. But I'm going to try the under in this one with Boston and Orlando. It's all the way down here to 214.5 from as high as 2, maybe even 218 or so. So not getting much value here in this one. It feels like the steam came in on the under. So I'm going to go with the under here in this one with Boston and Orlando. I think you heard what I was saying. I mean, this is going to be a premium for sure on the side. So hopefully you understood what I was saying, or you could pick up my plays for about 50 cents over there at Winnable when you sign up for 1 month for $20 and use the promo code STEAM. All right. See if you guys want to play this one. There's Nate in the chat. He's got his shamrocks going here. But like I said, I think Nate, he just picks them because he picks them. But he knows what's going on with these Celtics. I do. I know what's going on with the Celtics for sure. It feels like I don't know. Don't get them wrong here at this point. The Celtics picks. All right. Robert says, give me the Magic and the under here in this one. Robert and I are always on the same page quite a bit. Sir Mackey says, Tatum for MVP. And Cash Game does say, look at that Magic injury report. No doubt they are missing their 2 great stars here right now. But, and again, I think we're still trying to figure out if Orlando can be okay without Wagner there in the lineup. Funny, they both have the same type of injury here, talking about Banchero and Wagner. But it really hasn't mattered. I mean, Orlando doesn't miss a beat when covering spreads right now. They just knocked off Miami. They're well coached, I guess you could say. All right. T. Moss says, you got to wait to game time here with those lineups. Textiles says, I got to go with the Celtics here against this Orlando team. All right. Orlando, like I said, 11-2 against the spread at home for Orlando. All right, let's move on here. And the next one we've got the Brooklyn Nets taking on the Miami Heat. And look, Brooklyn is the team that's been doing the damage here spread-wise, but they've kind of come back down to earth, and we realize that a little bit here. Kind of trying to hop off them maybe a little bit. The widely reported steam on this game did come in on the over. Miami has gone over in 15 of 26 games so far this season. Brooklyn is 10-4-1 against the spread on the road, while Miami is just 11-15 against the spread overall. Miami has failed to cover here in 4 straight games. They have gone over in 5 of their last 7 games. Overall, coming into this one, Brooklyn has defeated Miami in 4 of the last 5 games here in Miami. Brooklyn's done a very nice job against them. They've also won 6 of the last 8 games against Miami, and it's been pretty much the same Brooklyn team in those games, right? Young, struggling, trying to get along. And Miami, they've kind of been the same team too. So Brooklyn has done well against the Heat. Miami is 5-1 straight up in their last 6 games at home. Let's see what you guys are going to do here in this one with Miami taking on the Brooklyn Nets. Here, let's see. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Mo Wagner's been out. I think he's out for the season, actually. Twisted says, give me the Nets and lean to the under in this one. I agree with Twisted. I'm just going to take the Nets as my play. I'm not necessarily agreeing on the total there with Twisted. I'm still working that one out. But for my play here on the show, it's going to be the Brooklyn Nets plus the points here against Miami. Too many points. Feels like in this one against the Brooklyn team that they seem to do well in this matchup. In fact, it's 10.5 at a lot of spots right now. Total has dropped here to 213. I'll take the Brooklyn Nets. Robert likes the under here. The Minnesota Timberwolves taking on the Atlanta Hawks in Atlanta tonight. Atlanta 14-15, Minnesota 14-13. Atlanta's lost 3 straight. Minnesota's lost 2 straight. Atlanta struggling a little bit certainly right now, but they have fared very well against the Hornets. It really has been an Atlanta series for the most part when these two teams have met. Atlanta's covered the spread in 8 of the last 9 meetings between these two, and 5 of the last 6 meetings between these two teams have gone over. Now, Minnesota has been playing some unders on the road of late. 5 of their last 6 have gone under. They've gone under in 8 of their last 10, but Atlanta's an over team. They're 11-3 to the over at home. The widely reported steam did come in on the over in this game. Current line 223.5, and the Timberwolves are favored here by 4, but for whatever reason, it just hasn't been a great series for Minnesota when facing Atlanta. There's no doubt about it. Atlanta has gone over right now in 19 of their last 22 games dating back to last season. So not only this season, but last year too, that was happening, it felt like. So what do you guys have here between the Wolves and the Hawks in this one? Not much. Twisted likes the Hawks plus the points. He also likes the over here. And Robert likes the Hawks here as well. All right. And let's see, Trae Young is questionable. So I feel like he is going to make the lineup here today. I feel pretty good about it, but I might have to take it as my free play. You saw, who was it that mentioned, oh, it's tough to make these plays. I have to make the plays. The show here is at 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific, but sometimes I can factor it in and say, hey, I don't know if so-and-so's in there, but maybe I can go with them here. Tex Styles likes the Wolves, so here's Ziggy likes the under. All right. All right, I think that'll do it for me. I'm going to take the over in this one. Got steam to the over a little bit. Like I said, Atlanta, just a massive over. Yes, Minnesota is an under team right now, but I think if you have Atlanta constantly going over, you have Minnesota constantly going under, but when the teams have met here in Atlanta, I know they only meet twice a year or once a year here in Atlanta, but 5 of the last 6 times it has gone over. So I'm going to take the over here in this one. Fernando's on the Hawks. Next up, the Raptors are going to take on the Knicks here tonight. With the Knicks, another 2 we have a lot of double-digit spreads, it feels like, in the NBA on this card here coming up. I guess it's only 3 or 4 of them, but here's one of them with the Knicks, a 14-point favorite against the Toronto Raptors. So New York has pretty much won the last 5 games in this series. The Raptors, though, they're kind of hot against. The Raptors have lost 5 straight. They've covered the spread in 3 of those games. They've also covered, let's see. Well, I have them as 4-1-1 in the last 6 games against the spread. Still, they're not winning, but usually they're getting enough points. Simple as that. Toronto's gone under in 4 of their last 5 games on the road coming in. They've lost 15 of 16 games going back to last year on the road. They're 1-12 straight up on the road this season. Still, it's a 14-point spread, but just to accentuate their problems here with winning on the road anyway. Still, Toronto's covered the spread in their last 10 games as a dog when coming off of a loss. Man, that seems pretty solid. Knicks have gone under in 4 straight games as a favorite. So both teams trending under here right now for sure. Toronto 4-9 to the under on the road. Give me the under in this one with Toronto and the Knicks tonight. It's 227.5. Is that a typo? Well, kind of is. It's down to 226 here at a few spots. Maybe 226.5. I'm going to have to take the under with the Raptors and the Knicks here tonight. here's a little NFL steam coming in for next week or for Christmas, right? With Baltimore and Houston, game total under here, 47, maybe going down to 46 here. Big move right now. Baltimore and Houston on Christmas. Game total moving under here right now. I know the short turnaround is going to be a factor for some people in those Christmas games. So I'm on the under here in the Knicks and the Raptors, though. See what we got here from you guys in the chat in this one. All right. With Twisted is going to start us off, and he's on the Raptors plus the points, and he likes the under with me. Ziggy's on the Raptors here in this one. Robert's on the Raptors. Look at that. 3 in a row. And Thomas says, look at this. Consensus. Okay, I'm on it too. Look, I was going to save it for a premium. I'll just roll with team consensus here. I like this one, you guys. I like the Raptors a lot in this game. So I'm going to roll with count me in also, Thomas. So you got 4 of them there. I don't know if that means you're on them too, but we got Twisted. We've got Ziggy. We've got me. We've got Robert. And we're going with Toronto here tonight. Sir Mackey says Brunson going to score 60 points in this one. Let's visit that one tomorrow and see if he's right. Tex likes the under as well with me. And Ziggy says, you know what? The Knicks always love the Christmas game so much, they kind of look past this one. Tex Styles is on Toronto as well. Ziggy likes the Texans in that Christmas game. All right, we're halfway through here on the NBA schedule. How about it? Next up, Bucks and Bulls with the Bucks here, favored on the road by 1.5 over Chicago. Bucks 15-12, Chicago 13-16, but the Bucks have been playing a lot better, right? With their great surge there to win the NBA Cup. Yeah, they were rough against the Cavs the other time, but hey, they got the money against Washington and the next time out, and they've owned the Bulls. That's a fact. Milwaukee is 15-3 against the spread in their last 18 games on the road at Chicago. That's about a decade of sample size that the Bucks have dominated here in the Giannis era. It feels like, man, this got to be the lowest spread they've been in some of these games on the road. They were favored by 9 back in November in a 16-point win. Now, we do know that there are, some injuries to consider here in this one. Damian Lillard is doubtful. It looks bad for him in this game. And Giannis is questionable here. So a little bit of trepidation here, trying to get on the Bucks here at a good price because of this injury report. Josh Giddey questionable for the Bulls, as is Torrey Craig. So Bulls still starting to cover some numbers here a little bit. Neither of these teams have been any good against the spread, really. They're a little bit sub 500 here. You got Milwaukee 8-11-1 as a favorite against the spread. Chicago's 6-8 against the spread at home. Chicago's 14-10 to the over as an underdog, but the widely reported steam did come in on the under in this game. Chicago's gone under in 4 of their last 5 games, and also they've gone under in 4 of their last 5 games at home. Talk about how the Bucks have dominated this series for the most part. It also is a steady under when these two teams have met. 16 of the last 23 meetings between these two teams have gone under. I'll take the under in this one as my free play. You said, hey, we got to wait and see the injuries on this one. Maybe I will wait and see, but kind of like the Bucks. I'd like to have Giannis in there. I might take him even if he's not in there. You're going to definitely see the line move to the Bulls as a favorite if he's ruled out. But I'm going to take the under in this game with the Bulls and Milwaukee. Here, see what you guys have in this one. Anything here? Bulls and Milwaukee with Twisted likes the Bucks. Thomas says, is it a trap here? Why is it only 1.5? But I think with Lillard out here, and the Bulls have shown life no doubt about it. Now, granted, they did lose last time to snap their 3-game winning streak, but remember, they beat Boston, they beat Toronto as a dog, and they covered they covered against Charlotte as a home favorite. So maybe the Bulls are having a little life here. Curtis here, I don't know if he's on the Bulls. Andrew also thinks there's something wrong with the spread, right? This is the one where if you are a market guy, you might be saying, hey, maybe we're supposed to take the Bulls here. But remember, yeah, the Bucks are playing better. They're still barely over 500 here, right, you guys? And the Bulls, they're trying to get to 500, but let's see here. Ray likes the Bucks. And that might, Fernando's on the Bucks. He might be on the under here. I'll take the under in this one with the Bucks and the Bulls. All right, yep, and more injury news right now with our next game up here with the Clippers on the road against the Grizzlies here in this one. We did get the word here, and I'll have to update. The line, I think I have the line right there because we got the news right before as I was about to come on the show that Ja Morant is probable for tonight's game with that back problem. So really the line I think we were expecting because the line hasn't moved too much. Maybe it moved from 5 to 6 here. The widely reported steam did come in on the under in this game. Here we go. The Clippers have gone under in 5 straight on the road. We've been rolling with the Clippers unders. It does feel like here a little bit. We've kind of been abusing them. It feels like Memphis has won 8 straight games at home right now. They've won their last 2 games overall as well. They won against Atlanta on the road, crushed them pretty good. They destroyed the Warriors here. Memphis has covered the spread in 6 of their last 7 games overall. And they've also won 8 straight at home right now. They're 13-3 straight up are the Grizzlies at home. Clippers have, under in 4 out of the last 5 meetings between these two teams here overall. So let's see what you guys have. Clippers 4-8-1 to the under on the road. The Grizzlies do trend over pretty seriously here for the most part. 18-11 to the over, but just 9-7 to the over at home. So maybe it's a little bit more under control or so. Let's see what you have with the Clippers and the Grizzlies. Here's Twisted on the Grizzlies. And here's Ziggy on the under in this one. Textiles likes the Grizzlies here as well. All right. And I'm going to take the Grizzlies here as well. Robert says, give me the Grizzlies and the under. I'm going to take the Grizzlies here as my play here on the Morning Steam Show. We got another one here. Memphis for Ray. That's 4 Grizzlies right there in the chat. And me, that's 5 Grizzlies in the chat. That sets Thomas Lewis into motion. He says, consensus play here, Grizzlies and Clippers. I'm on them too. You guys are on them. Let's go, Grizzlies. Yeah, I think Kane's got it there. I show him as probable here right now. So, look, I'm not some truth teller. I subscribe to the servicism. The injuries you get here, it's not me just speculating or just even checking. I mean, we get pretty good injuries here on this show, so I think you can trust me when I give out. Yeah, we get them wrong sometimes, but I think you can trust me a lot when I try to give out the best injury information here. I know it's early, but I'm giving you the advanced look, right? Sometimes 8 to 10 hours out. So, okay, here we go with the Wizards and the Thunder. Next up, you got the Thunder here favored by 18 points and the total 223. But oh my gosh, they're really going to put this kind of thumping on them. OKC is 22-5. The Wizards are 4-22. Talk about a contrast in records here. But if you look kind of on the surface here a little bit, yes, Oklahoma City here has been profitable for sure. They're 16-10-1 as a favorite. And, Washington, not so much, right? But they have covered 5 of their last 10. I know that's not great, but they're 9-16-1 against the spread overall. So Washington's starting to close the gap a little bit maybe on some of these teams. They've covered the spread in 4 straight games when coming in off of a loss. They have struggled when, out here on the road right now, 4-7-1 against the spread, 1-11 straight up. But that might not necessarily be the issue here. Oklahoma City has gone under in 5 straight games, but the last 5 meetings between these two teams have gone over here. But Oklahoma City's gone under in 5 straight. A lot of contrast here. It feels like in this one, I'm going to take the under here with Washington and Oklahoma City. The widely reported steam did come in on the under here in this one, but the number that number is just stale on screen there. It's 226. Maybe I should have went with a premium on this. I missed that here. The steam's on the under, but 226, that's definitely a move to the over. Man, I feel like that's my premium here, but I feel like I like the side too. I know it's hard, when you open up your Ramon Scott picks and it says take the Wizards, but that's what it might say here today. It feels like I'll take the under on the show. I think I could have went with either one as the premium. Looking at my numbers here, I just know that. Look, if you look at spread records, right, there's no reason necessarily you take the Wizards, but they are starting to show a little bit of life here, it feels like. All right, if you guys have anything here in this one, let me know. No coups today, I get that. No coups for the Wizards here. All right. Hey, Sharon Pulliam is here. Nice to have Sharon. Happy holidays, Sharon. Thanks for stopping by. Ziggy likes the Thunder. Robert likes the Wizards and the over, though. Futon Bets there says take SGA under in his turnovers today. AOD says it's a 28-point win here and go under. And Nasty Nate says, what did I do with the football game? Nate, my pick here on the show was the over in Coastal and UTSA. But I will say I felt like the chat was on the under for the most part. I think the chat was saying and again, my synopsis on the football game, we're just 15 minutes away, so I don't mind covering this for everyone. Again, in case some people are just joining us, that Coastal has the most opt-outs, and that's kind of the way I've been handicapping these bowl games a little bit. Now, I do have a premium pick over there, but my play here on the show is on the over in Coastal and UTSA. I did feel like I was in the minority a little bit, though. I think most people were leaning under in the game. Handicappers I follow were definitely on the under by about 2/3 margin here today. The total had moved lower for sure, and it's been a runaway spread for UTSA with Coastal Carolina 26 opt-outs, including 11 starters. UTSA had 6 starters opt out. All right, let's continue with this game. Here's more Wizards action and twisted like the Wizards as well. All right, next up, Trailblazers and Mavericks. Here in this one, you've got the Mavericks favored by another double-digit spread here. They're favored by 10, maybe even 10.5 now. The total looks to be up here to 29.5 on some widely reported steam. Here it feels like in this one, the steam came in on the over. All right. And let's see what we got here now in this one with Portland and Dallas. Dallas has won 5 straight meetings between these two teams and 5 straight meetings here at home between the two teams as well. 8 of the last 9 meetings between these two teams have gone over, and that steam came in on the over here as well. Portland's gone under in 7 of their last 9 games on the road here this season, but they are 6-4 to the over in their last 10 games. Dallas has been a big time under at home this season. They're 4-9 to the under at home. So yeah, Portland 4-10 and under, 4-10-1 to the under on the road. Dallas 4-9 to the under at home. So that kind of flies in the face a little bit of that steam that came in here. But like I said, this is definitely an over series. So Dallas has won 10 straight games against Portland here right now. Overall, is that what I said? Yeah, 10 straight games, not 5. I was looking at just the home games here. But not only is Dallas winning, they're covering every single time, like I said, in this series. So I'm going to end up here. Let's see what you guys have in the chat. I'm going to wait. Oh, there's not. Let me see here right now. We've got Curtis says, what about the consensus plays so far? It's the Raptors, the Grizzlies, and I thought it was one other. Oh, the Packers first half. All right, here we go. Mavs and under for Elliott. Twisted says Mavs and under as well. Textiles says the Mavs. Okay. So we got some Mavericks action here in this one. I'm going to take the Mavs as well. Give me the Mavs here in this one. So I'm number 4. Mavericks could be our next consensus, it feels like. Here's a little bit of steam for you coming in right now in the NHL. It's Anaheim and Vegas. Steam to the over here right now. It could be. It was 6, juice to the over here. We might go with 6.5 here right now with the Ducks and the Golden Knights. Robert also on the Mavs. That's a consensus play. Hey, Merry Christmas to Kong's Clips. Great job on the show last night. I was watching you guys with the pregame there. At least Kong was on there giving his picks out yesterday on the PSR Monday night companion show. All right, Dallas here, number 4 consensus play. We got a 4-teamer, much to the chagrin. All right, take Dallas here in that one. Razor, thank you so much. It's great to see you. Are we doing horse racing today, Razor? I'm going to be watching these football games. I don't need my 4-hour nap that I take sometimes when there's no sports on. Just to let you know, I think you probably figured it out. When there's a game on, I'm in there with Razor doing some horse racing. It might be on holiday today. I don't know, Razor. You let me know, but I could do horse racing. I can do okay. No show. All right. Well, then maybe I'll just watch a little bit different here on the holiday. But if you didn't figure it out when I'm joining you there on the horse racing there on your show, it's when there's some companion sports, and I skip my nap from 9 a.m. Eastern to 1 p.m. Pacific. You guys thought I never sleep, but I just gave you the secret right there. Weekend, no sleep, right? You don't sleep there during NFL or anything, but weekdays, get a little nap in there sometimes. Everybody knows the premiums start rolling in about 1:30 or 2 after Ramon's had his nap there. All right, I'll be here on Christmas Day, Elliot. You know it. And in happy holidays, Razor, to you and your family and everyone else. If I don't see you guys, I'll be here the next 2 days, but want to make sure I say thank you to everyone that has joined me here on the Sports Money Network for these first 4 months. And everyone's been with me for these 4 years or whatever it is. All right. Let's continue on. We're almost done with the NBA. We still have the NHL to go, you guys, but at least we've got that football game coming up here right now. So I'm going to put that thing on. Suns and Nuggets here in this one. You got the Nuggets, a 6.5 point favorite here right now. Oh, is it six? Let me get this right here. It's all the way down to 4.5. We are seeing a big move here today for sure on the Suns. This one was as high as 7, maybe 6.5 on some of the openers. But we are seeing a pretty big move here to the Suns and the under. If you take a look here at maybe the move here, you've got Devin Booker. He's still out, right? He's out for the Suns, but the move has been on the Suns, interestingly enough, here. And I'm showing, despite the fact that this has been a total over series and the fact that these two teams have been overs, right? So far, handicappers are strong to the under in this game today. I don't know what gives here in this one. This one feels a little quirky. Might not make the premiums here, even though I'd like to. I'll probably just end up with the Suns. The road team does do a pretty good job in this series. There's obviously a sharp move here on the Suns. I'm not sure I want the Nuggets here in this one. Like I said, the road team's covered 4 straight in the series overall. 5 of the last 6 meetings between these two teams have gone under. The widely reported Steam came in on the under, but what gives? You have Phoenix, they're 10-2 to the over on the road. Denver, they're 17-8-1 to the over this season. These are 2 strong over teams, but the series has been, pretty much on the under. Phoenix has gone over in 5 straight on the road. As I mentioned, that strong road trend for them a little bit. Man, this is a tough one. I'm just going to take Phoenix here. It feels a little tricky here. No Booker. The move is on Phoenix here. There's not any major injuries on the Nuggets at this point to report. There's a couple of guys with dinged up here, but let's see if you guys can help me out in this one. I had some problems here, figuring it out a little bit. Cash Kane says Suns plus the points. Elliott, Suns and over. Elliott also says big money here on the over in this one, but the move is clearly here. Let's on the under for sure. So handicappers have been, that I saw, unanimous here on the Suns and under. People like me selling their picks on the air here. Kong's on the Nuggets in this one. No problem there, Kong. I see you spelled it right there in the end. You don't have to, though. I know everyone. Sometimes it changes it. Okay, Nuggets and under here. So Twisted is going to take that value here, right? I saw the guys over there talking about value last night on the PSR show. And again, what I think is value is when the line is lower than the original line without any real reason for it feels like. And that's what I feel like. The Nuggets are the value here, right? There's not any, we don't have Jokic out, at least not yet. All right, just getting the football game here ready. Try to finish this show up, but take some time today and get a good show after yesterday, even though we won all those plays. All right, Cash Kane liked Philly. Robert's on the under here, it feels like. and he's on the Suns money line. Thank you, Morgan, for your plays. I'll show these up here and take a second. People can look at those. Have a great day, Morgan. Thank you for stopping by. All right, give me the Suns here. I'll drink the Kool-Aid here and figure everybody knows better than I do here. Look, I agree. I mean, I see the Nuggets here as a value side in this one, with that move. But Phoenix, they probably have a little bit of advantage here with rest. The Nuggets played last night, lost to New Orleans. Didn't cover in the game against New Orleans. They did win the game by 3 points, but we were on the Pelicans here on the show. So, all right, Texas on Phoenix as well. Maybe there's something to the travel in this one. Next up is the Pacers taking on the Warriors here, with the Warriors a 5.5-point favorite, and the total here 229.5. So move to the under here in this one, although the widely reported steam did come in on the over in this game. We're also seeing some NFL steam coming in here right now in a big game here for Detroit and San Francisco. Seeing steam to the under here right now. It was 52, and it's down maybe here lower, 51.5, 51 or so, with the Lions and the 49ers moving right now here on the Morning Steam Show. All right, here with the Pacers and the Warriors here, you got Draymond. He's questionable here in this one, but the Pacers, they've got a pretty good bill of health here. Nesmith has been out for a couple of weeks, could return soon, but nothing new on the injury report anyway. Indiana comes in here red hot, wins and covers in 4 straight games. The Warriors finally got things on track with that win over Minnesota last time out. The Warriors are 15-11 against the spread this season, but the Pacers are 7-5 against the spread as a dog. Warriors have been going under quite a bit here of late. 8 of their last 10 games overall have gone under, and these two, Warriors under in 12 of their last 15 overall. Is that right? Wow. They were going over in the beginning of the season, that's for sure. But man, things have really turned here in this one. Steam right now, NHL Washington and Boston game, moving here to the under. We're seeing some steam here with Washington and Boston. It was 6, heavily juiced to the under, but now it's going to be mostly 5.5 for sure here. Slightly juiced to the over now, but a big steam move here. Capitals and Bruins, steam to the under. All right, Pacers and Warriors here in this one. Indiana's covered 4 straight games coming in here. They've also covered 5 straight times at Golden State. So they've had a good run here against these guys. 6 of the last 8 meetings between these two teams have gone under. Like I said, steam came in on the over, but I can't help but see that move. It's gone down. I'm on the under here with the Pacers and the Warriors tonight in this one. Give me the under here, and then you can give me your plays in this one here with the Pacers and the Warriors. Here's Tex on the Warriors. And Twisted, Pacers and over. Robert, Warriors and under. Elliot's on the Pacers here. Thank you to Twisted today. Thank you, Twisted. Great contributions today. Even if he doesn't want a consensus parlay. I've got one more finally in the NBA. Thank you, Twisted, for your hockey here. I'll leave that one up there if anybody wants to take a screenshot of that one. That one's going to need a little digesting if anybody's just reading it, so really appreciate it. I've got one more in the NBA that I'll start to cover here while you guys look at that. With Detroit taking on the Resurgent Lakers. These guys have their emotions are up and down like a bride's nightie. These guys, and right now the emotions are good with the Lakers. They found some defense all of a sudden. What's gotten into these guys are an emotional wreck, is what it feels like with the Lakers. They're favored tonight by 5.5 against the Pistons, and the total here at 224 or so. The Lakers don't feel like the best cover in the world, but they are 7-5 against the spread at home, 7-8 against the spread as a favorite. The Pistons are 12-8 as an underdog against the spread, and 9-6 against the spread on the road. But I don't know. To me, it might favor the Lakers here, maybe in this one. The Lakers have won the last 5 meetings between the two teams here in Los Angeles, and Detroit has failed to cover the spread in their last 5 games when coming off of a win. They did beat Phoenix on the road last time out as a 5.5-point dog. They've been alternating wins and covers here right now for the last couple of weeks. It feels like I'm going to have to take the Lakers here in this one and lay the points. The widely reported steam did come in here on the Lakers. The Lakers have gone under in 5 straight games right now. They are an under team for sure, having gone under in 8 of their last 10 games. But the Pistons have gone over in 8 of their last 10 games. So maybe you could look a little bit to Detroit, and their over streak. But if the Lakers are winning, just give me the Lakers here. I'll figure out the total later. I might not have a premium in this game. I like the Lakers here as my favorite play right now. So I better just deal with that here at this point. I'll try the Lakers as a favorite. I don't do that too often, do I? Want to say hello to Oldie. Nice to have you here, Oldie. Have a great holiday. And if I don't see you here over the next couple of days, Elliot likes the Pistons and the over. He says the Pistons can cover that 5.5 here. Texo says take the Lakers and the under. Robert says Lakers and under here. The widely reported steam did come in on the over, but I don't know. It feels like feels more like if the Lakers are going to win, I would think it's going to be an under, right? We do know that coming into this game, LeBron questionable, AD questionable. So we know that's the norm, but that's why I've just got the Lakers here maybe as my free pick in this one. That's going to do it for the NBA. Wow. And Las Vegas Sphere says a good game there between the Pistons and the Lakers tonight. AOD, that's his team. Maybe he goes back. He says F the Lakers, but I remember the Lakers and the Pistons were the great NBA finals when I was young between Magic and Isaiah. Sir Mackey's ready for that football game right now. And Justin says sports money is money. He's the only man in chat who's got his own customized, or he's got his saying on the sports money gear. Let's go to hockey, you guys. We've got to roll through this card. The football game's on. That'll give me an enjoyable time. Why are they all wearing sunglasses today? Is that because of the blue? I don't know. There's no fans hardly there at all. All right, going to hockey here. Maybe we could do this a little bit faster here. Las Vegas Sphere said that every game went under. Yeah, it was like 80. It was like 95-86, right? All right, here we go with the Jets taking on the Leafs. Get us started here with the hockey coverage. Oh, no, that's wrong. Let me back up one game. Here we go. Rangers and the Devils here in this one. Got 2 teams that are definitely producing some unders here this season right now. The Devils has been the much hotter team, no doubt. This actually is a game that starts in just a couple of hours, as we got 2 day games here today. This one's at 1:07 Eastern and 10:07 Pacific. The Rangers are 2-5 to the under as an underdog this season. The Devils have gone under in 7 of their last 10 games overall coming into this one. The Devils have been more solid. We've talked about how the Rangers are struggling here. Maybe they've gotten it back together a little bit here. They did get a win finally a couple of nights ago with the win 3-1 at Dallas, but they did come back and lose at home to Carolina yesterday. We did have the under on the show yesterday as our winning play here. So, but let's see what you guys can do with this one. You have the Rangers have gone under in 6 of their last 7 overall. New Jersey's gone under in 5 straight games right now. And also, let me see here, one other critical note, I think, here in this one between these two. Let's see here. Man, that's a big line now with the Devils. Maybe the Rangers can stay in this one, man. I'm gonna go. This is the early game here. I don't know if I even like this one as a premium necessarily. I do, man. New Jersey's been such a big time under. Is it 5.5 yet? God, it's still 6 for the most part, huh? All right, let me go to the chat and see what you guys have. I think here we go. Ziggy says, try the Rangers here. And Phil Eagle Flyer, first period full game under, take a first period draw also. Cash Kane likes the Rangers money line. Robert likes the under here. And all right. I'm going to take Rangers on the puck line here in this one. All right. Robert leaning to the Devils here. Next up, Jets. Here's the Jets taking on the Leafs. Leafs $1.15. The total here is 6 in this one. The Jets are coming off of a win last time out against Minnesota, 5-0. Let me interrupt a little bit of NFL steam here right now with the Chiefs and the Steelers. Another one of those Christmas games. Total going over right now, 42. It feels like right now we're seeing this one here. Chiefs and Steelers over, heading up to 42.5 or 43 here right now with the Chiefs and the Steelers. A little bit of steam coming in. More steam coming in the NFL today. Got an interesting day of NFL moves here. All right, Jets here and Toronto in this one. Let's see what you guys have here for this game. Go to the chat here in this one and take a look. Oh, maybe I could give my notes here a little bit too. Toronto has won 5 straight meetings between these two teams, covering the puck line in 5 of the last 6 overall. Now, these two teams have been going under here, it feels like, for the most part. Toronto's 5-13-1 to the under at home. Winnipeg's 14-19-2 to the under overall. But you do have Toronto going over. Toronto and Winnipeg playing quite a few overs here of late. Let me take a look. Toronto won 6-4 in the first meeting, 10 goals last year. There were some unders in there for sure here, but all right. Let's see what you guys have in this one. I'm going to take the under here with Winnipeg and Toronto. I'll go under 6 here right now. We check the goalies here. I think we actually got the confirmed goalies for the first matchup here. So let me see if I can at least throw in a little more information your way. In that game between the Rangers and the Devils, we got to get that one off, right? With Quick and Markstrom. Quick and Markstrom. It is indeed. We're getting those goalies right now in that first game. Okay. Ziggy says to get the Leafs on the money line here. Philly Eagle Flyer might be on the over. Textiles is on Toronto. Robert says give me the Jets and the under. Philly Eagle Flyer says Jets team total over here. Timmy Two Shoes, Jets money line. And maybe a draw in there as well. I'll take the under with the Jets and the Leafs. Next up. Washington and Boston here in this one. We've got Boston favorite, $1.25. 5.5 over here at minus $1.25 or so. Definitely move to the under here in this one with Montreal and with the oops. Did I have the right game up there, guys? 125. 6.5. I think 130, maybe 6.5 flat. Let me get it right here. No wonder the show takes so long. I can't see anymore. All right, here we go. Canadiens and the Blue Jackets here in this one. I think I went too far, right, is what happened there. I was trying to go Capitals and Bruins. Here we go. Montreal and Blue Jackets with Montembeault. Let me get that right also. Got to spell my guy's name right. Got to spell Sam's name right. All right, here we go. We're into the evening card, though, here right now with Montreal, plus $1.10 or so in this one, and the total 6.5. All right, we're back on track here right now. In this one, you've got Montreal here coming in. They've gone 7 straight wins here against Columbus right now for the Canadiens. They've had the best of this run for sure. They actually have somebody they can beat. I'm kidding, half kidding, with Montreal's winning streak here right now. A 3-game winning streak. When's the last time that happened? They beat Detroit twice and they beat Buffalo. So, hey, you can only beat who's in front of you, and they got somebody they can handle here right now, it feels like. You might want to try my Habs here in this one. Columbus has gone over in 8 of their last 10 games at home. They're 12-4 to the over at home this season. Montreal's 10-3 to the over on the road. So goals aplenty here, it feels like, in this one. Right now, it's still 6.5. Feels like 6.5 under for the most part, but the sharp books are 6.5 flat. So I got to try Montreal here to win their 4th in a row. Why not? Give me the Habs in this one. Hey, Montreal's 6-8 on the road, and Columbus is just 1-4 straight up as a favorite this season. That's not great. They are 11-5 straight up at home, but 1-4 as a favorite. That's no good. Hey, here's a steam move in college basketball right now. And I won't say the big game, but you do have Tennessee playing. Steam came in here on the over in the game with Middle Tennessee State against Tennessee. Over 142 has gone up to 143. Steam to the over, Middle Tennessee State and Tennessee. Let's keep it moving here, man. We got a long way to go, it feels like, and we're still here 2 hours in to the morning steam. Got some plays here in the Canadiens and Blue Jackets, it looks like. Textiles is on Columbus here. Philly Eagle Flyer says Columbus to the over. He also is on both teams to score in the first period, over 1.5 here right now. Robert says give him the Habs and the under in this one. Ron Young says take Montreal. Thank you. And Philly Eagle Flyer has a prop here in this one. All right, next up, man. Here we go. Now we can go with the Capitals and the Bruins. Do I have the order right? Yeah, I think so. Capitals in here on a 2-game winning streak again, beating LA, beating Carolina. Man, they've been good right now in this season. The Capitals have been so good, it feels like. And Now here they are as an underdog in this game against the Bruins. Washington has won 10 of their last 12 games on the road, but Boston's won 4 of their last 5 games at home. 4 out of the last 5 meetings between these two teams have gone under. The widely reported steam did come in on the under. That's what I was trying to say there with that total at 5.5 right now. It feels like, if anything, there looks to be a little bit of a move here on the Capitals for the most part. Washington's gone under in 5 of their last 6 games overall. And let me see here. Whoops. All right, I think I'm ready to go with your picks here right now with the Capitals on the road in this one. Let me see what you guys have here with Robert likes the Caps and the under in this one. And I think that's it for you guys here. I'll just take the under in this one with the Bruins and the Capitals at 5.5. Next up here is the Blues taking on the Red Wings in this one. The Red Wings are a slightest of favorites here at $1.15 or so, and the total 5.5 over 20. Feels like for the most part, you got the Red Wings here 13-16-4. The Blues are 15-16-4. The Blues have lost 3 straight games. Detroit's lost 2 in a row coming in, but the Blues were giving Florida a hard time last time, but still lost 2-1. The Blues are having trouble scoring right now with just 1 goal in their last 3 games and 1 goal in their last 4 of their last 5 games overall right now. So some big time struggles here for sure, despite the fact that these two teams here, for the most part, we're seeing them go under here big time right now, and probably that's the way you got to lean here in this one. Hey, the Clippers took some steam here just now in that game against the Grizzlies here. It's down to 5.5 or 5 again. Clippers took the steam against the Grizzlies. Keep an eye on that injury report. I don't know if we're going to look into it right now. We've made the play, but just note that. All right, Blues here and Red Wings on Tuesday night. Yeah, the Blues have gone under right now in 5 straight games. They're 9-17-4, the under as a dog. Now, the Red Wings are a slight under this year, but they are 4-2 to the over as a favorite. Detroit's been covering puck lines like nobody's business, but a lot of times that's been as a dog. Here they're a favorite where they are 0-6 as a puck line favorite. So I don't think they're going to be. Now, granted, they are getting some big time plus money here in that one, but still, nonetheless, they are not overpowering anybody here at this point. So let's see what you guys want to do in this one with Detroit and St. Louis tonight. Got 5 of the last 6 meetings between these two teams have gone over. Let's see what you guys have in this one. The steam came in on the under. It's 5 and it's 5.5 here, juice to the over. So just getting a word here on the injury report right now that Detroit's going to be missing a couple of defensemen tonight. Cheerio is out. Edmondson is out tonight. Cam Talbot is in as the goalie here in this one. So maybe it will be tough here. Let's take a look if anybody's got anything here in this one. You've got Blues money line for Philly Eagle Flyer. Robert says, give me the Wings and under. And I'll just take the under. I'm not sure about the side, and I think the under might be the best play for me here. Like I said, series history is on the over for sure, but I'll try the under. All right, I'm going to keep it moving here. I'm going a little faster. Flyers and Penguins in the big rivalry game here right now. The Flyers are coming off of a win here over Columbus, 5-4 last time out. Penguins had their 2-game winning streak snapped. They've been playing pretty well here, it feels like, of late. They've got Yari here in goal going up against Urson in this one. Seems like a pretty reasonable price with Pittsburgh favored by $1.15 or so. Total has moved higher here. Let me go with the total here at 6.5. There were some sixes out here. It does feel like total has gotten away a little bit, but look, so far this season, you got Philadelphia 10-6 to the over on the road. Pittsburgh 10-7-1 to the over at home. Pittsburgh's gone over in 6 of their last 7 at home. Pittsburgh has also won 5 of the last 6 meetings between these two teams. I'll go over in this one with Philadelphia and Pittsburgh. Flyers have covered the puck line in 6 of the last 8 meetings here in Pittsburgh, often as a dog. See what you guys have here with nothing. Ziggy likes the over. There it is. Thank you, Ziggy. Tex is making a few plays back there. He was on the wings. He was on the caps. Thank you, Tex. All right, I'm on the over here in this one as well. Just want to mention right now.
Critical notice.
Fresno may start taking a little action here. Robert's on the Flyers there. All right. Fresno might be taking a little bit of action here right now against Northern Illinois. I'm not seeing it on the board just yet, but stay tuned.
Goalies.
There it comes. Yeah, we're going to see this steam rolling in here right now. I think the Sharps may take out some of the threes here. If you're interested in Fresno, I think you're only going to get the best price right now. I think this one's going to be moving. I'm watching the line here carefully, waiting to see if it was the first book to go to 2.5 right now. It feels like we're going to see some movement here on Fresno State. Timmy says Jari's going to give it up here today. All right, got to keep it rolling here right now. Lightning and the Panthers. We just saw this one, of course, here last night with the other night, right? Or last night with the Panthers getting the win. We zeroed in and had the Panthers last night as our premium pick here, but I might be willing to go back to the Lightning here tonight. Starting to see that move come in on Fresno for sure. This is steam, baby. There is steam on Fresno in that bowl game this afternoon. No doubt about it. All right, Lightning here against the Panthers here in this one. You got Tampa Bay. They've been covering puck lines left and right. Florida's won 5 of the last 6 meetings between these two teams, but I might be looking for the Lightning to turn the tables here tonight after last night's win by the Panthers. We had it right, but I don't think I'm going to go necessarily with a premium here on it. But both teams were hot coming in. It just so happened that Florida won 4-2 in last night's game. Still seems like nothing wrong here with Tampa Bay. Now they are 4-7 straight up as an underdog, and Florida 16-10 as a favorite here. But I'm going to try the Lightning to return the favor here on the road tonight against Tampa Bay. Against Florida, pardon me. Tampa Bay's covered 5 straight puck lines on the road right now. I think they'll be competitive here in this one. And see if you guys agree with me, or what are you going to do in this one with Tampa Bay and Florida? Tampa Bay's covered 7 straight puck lines when coming on off of a home loss. Florida's gone under in 6 straight road games off of a win, even though these two teams have been a little bit of an over, it feels like, or at least Florida 15-11 to the over as a favorite. I'm going to take Tampa Bay to return the favor here tonight against Florida. And we'll see here. Got Kane on a Barkov goal. Want to say hello to Stir and company. Likes the Lightning. Thank you, Stir. Have a happy holiday. Appreciate seeing you again in the chat. All right. Now there's a lot of games, huh? Sabres here against the Isles on the road. The Isles are at home here, $1.50. Total 5.5. Juice to the over a little bit of a move here, it feels like, on the under in this one. With the Flyers and Penguins, it will be Urson and Yari. We did get the confirmation of the goalies there. So, all right, here we go. Buffalo and the Islanders here with the Islanders at home right now. Buffalo has lost 13 straight games coming into this one. Is there any hope in sight here for Buffalo right now? They've also failed to cover the, let's see here. How many puck lines have they failed to cover in a row? It's a lot. I mean, not only are they not winning, they're not coming close. Islanders were also in a bit of a funk, but they did beat Toronto 6-3 on the road last time out. So I'll probably just go with the Islanders here. I'm not too fond of what Buffalo's doing at this point. The Islanders not only, is Buffalo in a total funk, but the Islanders have dominated this series right now. Let me see what it is here. Islanders 13-1 at home against Buffalo last 14 games. Hello, that seems pretty significant for sure here. As far as the total's concerned, 7 of the last 8 meetings between these two teams have gone under. I'm going to take the under in this one. Probably going to use the Islanders here. That seems like a reasonable price for a team that's dominated the series and a team going up against a 13-game losing streak. I'm going to go under here as my play between these two. 5 straight meetings between the two teams have gone under as well. So at the Islanders. So give me the under as my play in this one, but I'm probably going to take the Islanders as a premium today, even at the price. See what you have here in this one with this game. All right, Ready Samedi, nice to see you as well. I took Tampa in that one. Ziggy went over, I think, in that. I think he was talking about that Florida game there. Tex was on Tampa Bay as well. Good morning to Keith. Have a happy holiday this week, Keith. If I don't see you before the next 2 days, if you want to stop by, we'll be here on Wednesday and Tuesday. Ziggy's with me on the under in the Islanders game. I think Jim here today, Jim Duweiger, I think he's talking about Buffalo. Philly Eagle Flyer likes the over in this one, though. And Timmy says if they're going to win, it's going to be against the Islanders. Cash Kane says take the Sabres to snap this losing streak. Ready Samedi likes the Islanders, and Robert likes the Islanders here as well. Blackhawks and Wild. In this one, you've got the Wild here, 225. Total 5.5 here, it feels like. The Wild are on a losing streak, and the Blackhawks have been playing well. Now, they did lose to Calgary last time out to stop a 3-game losing streak, but hey, you know what? The Blackhawks have looked pretty decent here, it feels like, of late. Minnesota is just 4-12 on the puck line at home. This season. Chicago 16-14 on the puck line overall. Now Minnesota has won 5 straight meetings between the two. 5 straight meetings between these two teams have gone under, and these two teams have been solid unders for sure. Chicago's 6-12-1 to the under this season on the road. Minnesota's 4-11-1 to the under at home. Chicago, when they, these road games, they've been under almost every time, it feels like. Now, the Calgary game wasn't over, obviously. Well, I'm gonna take the Blackhawks here on the puck line. Minnesota's having some type of struggles here at this point with this losing streak right now. I'm gonna try to grab the Blackhawks. Minnesota has uh, defeated Chicago 7 straight times as a favorite, and Minnesota, though, they're not getting in many puck lines at all. 1-7 the last 8 division home games on the puck line. So give me the Blackhawks here plus a goal and a half. All right, next up. Well, let me get the plays here. Ziggy's on the Wild. Kane's on the Wild. Billy Eagle Flyer on the Wild here. You guys are wilding. They better get this one, but I'm going to play the Blackhawks on the money line. Okay, no score in this football game here so far. UTSA is backed up to their own 1 yard line here at this point. Panthers taking on the Preds here with the Predators, an underdog. Panthers $1.25, and the total here is 6 in this one. Two teams that definitely are producing some unders here. It feels like right now. We know Nashville's a hardcore under, 4-10 to the under as an underdog. They're also 11-22-1 to the under overall. Carolina definitely trends slightly to the under as well. Nashville here, let's see. They've covered 9 straight puck lines as a home underdog, although I'm going to have to lay close to $2, I think, to get that puck line here today. Not sure I can do that right now. Nashville's lost 7 straight games when coming off of a win. They did knock off the Kings last time, 3-2. So I'm going to take the Canes here. The widely reported steam did come in on Nashville. If anything, it's created a little bit of value here. It feels like the Hurricanes are the I did that old Carolina thing. Sorry, you guys know what's going on, but I'll fix it here real quick. Thank you. And again, maybe the goaltending situation here for the Hurricanes today has some people maybe hopping off them maybe a little bit here, but Carolina's gone under in 5 straight games. Nashville's gone under in 7 of their last 9 games at home. There we go. Now we got the right team name up there. Carolina Panthers, Carolina Hurricanes. Who knows? All right. Carolina definitely great as a favorite. 20-11 so far this season as a favorite. Nashville just 2-12 as an underdog. I gotta go with Carolina at a discount price here. Steam came in on Nashville. I'm sure it's a sharp side, but I can't pass up on Carolina here. It's not $1.35. It's even lower than that, but all right. See what you guys got here in this one. Phil Eagle Flyer likes the Hurricanes. Ziggy likes the Hurricanes as well. Robert says, I got to take the Preds. That looks like a sharp side, he says. Ron Young also on Nashville. Cash Kane on Hurricane. Textiles on the Canes as well. And want to say hello to Nate the Great here today. Good to see you, Nate. Happy holidays to you. And thank you for stopping by. Roll Tide. Or that was, I like that commercial. High Tide. High Tide. All right. Few more here, gang. Thanks for sticking with me all the way through on the show here today with San Jose and Vancouver, both teams on losing streaks. We know San Jose is going to be on losing streaks here and there, but it's Vancouver with a 3-game losing streak right now, including 2 of them on the road. And then they lost at at home against Ottawa. So big favorite here, of course, with Vancouver today. 11 of the last 13 meetings between these two teams have gone over. Vancouver's covered 5 straight puck lines at home against San Jose right now. San Jose has covered the puck line in 5 of their last 6 games, but this has been a tough matchup it feels like here, although Vancouver's had a few struggles on the puck line here of late. Like I said, they didn't cover against Ottawa. They didn't win, and they lost to Boston as a favorite as well. But I don't know. Here against San Jose, I got to lay the puck line with Vancouver at minus $1.15 or so. Let's see what it is here. I'm taking the Canucks here to snap out of it a little bit. Minus 1.5 at minus 110 at worst. It could be even money at some of the square books even. So I'm going to take the Canucks here in this one. Ziggy's with me. Tex will take San Jose. Ron's going to the game. Enjoy, Ron, tonight. Enjoy a Vancouver victory, I hope, there. And Timmy Two Shoe says they've been... Sharks have been putting up a fight, no doubt about it. They're on a 4-game losing streak, but they've been covering puck lines. They've been hanging in there. It's just, I think, with this series is a Canucks series. It feels like I think Robert's feeling what I'm feeling here. I don't know if I'm going to go under, but I do like the Canucks. I'll take them here as my play. All right, 2 more. We'll just do the basketball again real quick, man. Thanks for staying with me. Stars in Utah in this one. They got the Stars on the road. It was Utah that took the steam here in this one. And Dallas still here $1.60 or so, though. I don't know. Maybe it's down $1.50 at some of the books. But look, you got Dallas here. They've lost 2 in a row. Utah, finally, they had their winning streak snapped. But what a good run it was for Utah there. They lost to Anaheim in that game last night. What a wild one that was. We had Anaheim here on the puck line on the show. It didn't look good. I thought Utah was playing great. We had a premium pick on the under. Utah was doing a good job, but Anaheim got those 2 goals in the third period, ended up there in that game against Utah last night with a surprise victory for Anaheim. So we'll see. Got to back-to-back here, obviously, for Utah in this one. And Utah's gone under in 8 of their last 9 games following overtime. And they haven't been great, that's for sure, as a puck line dog here, I think, of late. Let me see. 14-5. That's pretty decent, but you're still laying a pretty big price here, it feels like, in this one. I don't know. Maybe Utah is the right move, but Dallas has won 6 of the last 7 games between these 2 teams overall. 14 of the last 20 games between these 2 teams have gone under when the Utah franchise has been a home team, but remember, they were in Arizona for so long. We'll say it every time. Utah's won 4 of their last 5. Like I said, this has been a good streak for them. They're 7-1-2 in the last 10 games overall, but does feel like a bargain to me right now on Dallas. I'm going to take Dallas as my play. Maybe it's square, but $1.50, $1.60, whatever it is. I'm going to take the Stars here on the road. I got a little chalk at the end of the show here. Utah and under here for Ron. Ziggy's with me. Take the Stars. Philly Eagle Flyer says first period over and go over 5.5. Go over 6.5. One more. Anaheim and Vegas here in this one. Vegas is hot. They've won 3 in a row, covering puck lines again. And I think they'll probably roll here tonight. Now, where's the graphic here? Now, the Ducks have covered 9 of the last 10 puck lines on the road. I think they're all dogs.
Goalies.
For sure. They're 12-3 on the puck line on the road, but Vegas is 11-5 on the puck line at home. They've done a pretty good job here. 5 of the last 6 meetings between these 2 teams here in Vegas have gone under. We know Anaheim is a strong under team. They've gone under in 9 of their last 10 games overall right now. The widely reported steam came in on the over, and we're seeing some 6.5s out there right now, which is kind of peculiar, right? Especially with Anaheim, who's been such a strong under team. So I've just got Vegas to cover a puck line here. I'm not going to get too fancy with this $3 favorite tonight. Total says 6 there, but it's 6.5 for sure. Just to the under, maybe $1.15 or so, but it definitely has gone higher here. So give me the Golden Knights to cover a puck line tonight in this one. Vegas has covered 7 straight puck lines in division games right now. So they're in a pretty good groove. I'm going to try them. Dallas Cowboys taking steam right now. We're seeing more NFL steam here, and I've got Dallas taking steam on Sunday in their game against the Eagles. The Eagles were a 10-point favorite. It's down to 9.5, 9. Circa's down to 8.5. Big money coming in on Dallas. You know what that means? There is an issue possibly with Jalen Hurts in this game. I'm looking here at see if we see anything here right now with maybe Hurts, maybe something on the injury list, but no doubt move is on Dallas here. So I just have to wonder if Hurts is going to be very questionable here moving forward in this game. I mean, he is questionable now, but that does seem kind of interesting. Hey, I want to mention here as we wrap up the hockey that Mikey has picks on those first 2 morning games. So please check out the community tab right now. Mikey has picked the first 2 games on the board. He's got a side. He's got a total. I want you to check him out right now on the community tab. Or I want to say his bet stamp. I'm not sure if they made the community tab here. They did. I think they are. Yeah. Okay. I'm seeing it right now here. He's got it on the community tab. His 2 plays for the early games in the NHL. So we'll let Mikey handle that today. Thank you, Mikey. And don't forget to catch him today at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 Pacific with pre-gaming. All right, that's it for those major sports. And let's go to a little college basketball and get out of here. I'm sorry I've kept you guys 2.5 hours here with all this great sports action, but hey, got some time to talk today. Let's go to the basketball card, college basketball. This one is the early start, 5:30 Eastern, 2:30 Pacific of the Diamond Head Classic with College of Charleston taking on Loyola Chicago here. Look, Charleston's been a pretty nice cover here for the most part, I think, and Loyola Chicago's had a few issues getting some numbers here, it feels like. Loyola Chicago, if anything, they are, pretty strong team here right now, but for a team that is 7-2 straight up, or 9-2 straight up, they are 3-7 against the spread. While Charleston, meanwhile, they are 8-3 overall, but 7-3 against the spread. So Charleston underrated, Loyola overrated, maybe for the most part. And we saw the nice comments from the chat talking about the injury factor here in this one for Loyola Chicago, right? With Dawson and Moore, but I think they've been out, right, for a couple of games here, at least right now. Hey, Alabama's taking steam in their game here. Let me see right now. Alabama is up to 10.5-point favorite. Steam here on Alabama. Let me see if I can't get the spread on this one. Okay, here we go. Alabama in their game against Michigan. Maybe there is some news on Michigan here. It feels like they've already had a few opt-outs, right? Alabama was an 11.5, 12-point favorite. They're up to 13.5 at Circa right now. Alabama taking the steam, baby. All right, let's see what you got here in this one with Charleston going up against Loyola. I'm ready to wrap up this show. I think I'm out of think I'm out of breath here. I've got some steam, though, coming in right now in college basketball.
Steam playing.
Also got a steam move here on the Nebraska Cornhuskers in football, right on top of it. Nebraska taking steam here right now in their game against Boston College. They were 2.5 or 3, but they're up to 4 right now. Nebraska taking some big time steam here against Boston College. Hey, if you can get on it, you can still get a 3 at some spots. Circa's gone up to 4. This thing was 2.5 just a couple of minutes ago. Seattle and Washington in college basketball, we're seeing some steam to the under here right now at 144. It was 144.5. Steam to the under. They've already steamed Washington as well in that game. Washington was a favorite by 9.5. It's all the way up to 12.5 now. Washington over Seattle taking the steam. All right, here we go with College of Charleston and Loyola. Here in this one, let's see what you guys have in this matchup. I'm going to end up taking here Loyola of Chicago. I don't mind the injury factor. I know you guys were, man, that's tough. I'm going to take them here. I'm going to take Loyola. Chicago, Charleston has been the much stronger team here spread-wise, but do we have a touchdown here possibly by UTSA at the start of the second quarter? I think they've pushed it in. Did they just go on a 98-yard drive, a 99-yard drive just now? And looks like a touchdown for UTSA. How about that? BYU is taking some steam right now in their bowl game as well. We're seeing steam all over the place. Good thing we're staying here long today. We've got BYU taking the steam here in their matchup. They were a 5.5-point dog, but right now we're seeing them go down to 4 or so. BYU taking the steam against Colorado. Are we getting some Colorado news in the portal possibly here? We'll have to check it out, but the steam is on BYU. Man, we're having a long show today. Here's some college football steam right now. Texas State is taking some steam in their matchup. This one's after the new year, but it is Texas State. They were an 11-point favorite. They're up to 13 right now at Bet Online. You could still get 10.5 at some spots, but right now, I wish I was off the air and I could lay 10.5, and maybe that's a middle opportunity here. It feels like they've been taking the steam all the way in their matchup against North Texas, and there it goes everywhere right now. Texas State, boom, 2-point move right now here on the Morning Steam show, and that's what we do here on the Morning Steam. Hopefully that's why you join me here on some of these. I know I've missed some of your moves here. Roberts on the over. All right. Got a few more college basketball games here with talked about, hey, here's some steam right now. Bakersfield and North Dakota State. We're seeing some steam right here, right now, to the under in that game between Bakersfield and North Dakota State. I didn't preview this one, but it was 139 down to 138. Steam already came in on the side here in this one with North Dakota State taking the steam. They were a 9-point favorite. They're up to 11 right now. 11 and 138.5, even 139 at a few spots on that steam, though. But what did I say? The steam is on the under. Oh, okay. It's on the under. It's moving from 139 to 138.5 or lower here right now. All right. Middle Tennessee State going up against Tennessee here in this one, the number 1 ranked team in the country here, the Tennessee Volunteers. A big favorite against Middle here in this one at Tennessee here, and I've got to think Tennessee probably good to go here. I think they can roll these guys actually in this game, and I'm going to have to actually lay the points. It's up to 27.5 or 28, so it's just going to be my play here on the show, but I like Tennessee to rock here in this one. There's the Oregon State Oakland game we were talking about. Oregon State is undefeated against the spread this season. They're 9-2 straight up, 11-0 against the spread so far this season, and the steam came in on Oakland. How about that? This thing's down to 9.5. It was 11.5. Yes, this one's being played in Hawaii, but still, man, the steam on Oakland. Now, Oakland is 4-3 as a dog. Both these teams are pretty good under teams so far this season. Oakland 3-7 to the under. Oregon State 4-7 to the under overall. So two teams are definitely going under here right now. I have a feeling that that's the way this one's going to go. Give me the under here with Oregon State and Oakland on the island here at the Diamond Head Classic. I think Robert was on the under back in that other game there. Oh, I think we talked about that already. Oh, no. Okay. He's on the under. He was on the under in the Middle Tennessee game. That's what it was. Thank you, Robert. Appreciate you very much. A couple more here. We got to wrap up this show and do the drawing, you guys. I know I picked a lot of games here, but how about Hawaii taking on Nebraska tonight? Hawaii took the steam in this one. We saw last night's games here at the Diamond Head Classic with Charlotte and Hawaii. And Truth Teller, thank you, Truth Teller. There, I think that's you. So Nebraska here, it's not 10.5 anymore. I'm pretty sure it's down to single digits. Call it 9, maybe 143.5 right now in this one. But man, Nebraska's got a pretty good team. I know Hawaii's looked pretty good here with a couple of covers here in a row, but Nebraska's got a hot team, and if anything, you're getting a pretty serious discount, it feels like right now, on Nebraska. I imagine Hawaii looked good enough that they might attract some attention here in this game, but man, I'm just going to go under here in this one with Nebraska and Hawaii. Nebraska's the under team so far. Hawaii's 7-2 to the over right now, including 2-0 to the over as a dog. But I'm going to take the under in this one with Nebraska and Hawaii. Sir Mackey says Hawaii wins easy. All right, that's where I wrapped it up here. I didn't go to Murray State and Charlotte. I know that's a late game, but those teams had a loss. So that's it for the show, you guys. I appreciate it so much. Long show. Let's do the drawing. Don't forget, follow me, get more plays from me today over at winnable.com. I'm going to have more plays here for the evening action. So follow me over there. $20 a month. Hey, it's Christmas time. So say thank you to your favorite capper. Why not get my plays for the holiday when you're sitting around? Maybe you can't handicap. Just take out your phone, see what Ramon is up to, and you can get your plays that way. And, hey, it's almost another trip around the sun for me this week. So why not join me for some picks over at winnable.com? This is how you support me here on the channel, coming back every day, doing a show, whether it's good or whether it's not, whether the picks are up or down. I'm here every day because I want to be with you guys. Most important thing in my life right now is doing this show every day. So show me some support. Go on over to Winnable, get more plays from me. There's a free subscription over there as well. I will mention there that we send out maybe once a day. Sometimes we don't, but we're working on that. We're going to get more plays out there soon, probably over the first of the year, get a little bit more consistent with that the soccer stuff. So, all right. Thanks a lot, you guys. Let's do the drawing here right now. Get ready for the consensus parlay drawing. Who's going to win it? Who's going to have a chance to cash with us on our parlay, whether you like it or not? We're doing parlay. Here we go. All right, there it is. Who's going to win it? There we go. Thomas knows the plays. I think we read them off. Who's going to win? Timmy, Ziggy, Truth Teller, Fernando, Lee Anthony, Cliff, C. James, Team Moss, Kongs, Tex, Truth Teller, Textiles, Team Moss, and Fernando Mendoza. Awesome. Fernando's won with us before, and he'll get a chance again to be the consensus parlay winner. hopefully we get it here. What do we have? I think we got a 4-teamer out of it. Maybe it was a 3-teamer here, but thanks everybody. Show is over. Fernando's our winner. He can win the parlay tonight, right? With Green Bay first half and Raptors, Grizzlies, and that's it, right? It's a 3-teamer. So let's get 400 views and maybe get $24 or something for Fernando. Appreciate it, everybody. There it is. Green Bay first half, Toronto Raptors, Memphis. Oh, it's a 4-teamer. Let's get 400 views. Did I put that? Yeah, there it is. 400 views, 10-1, $40. Let's go, Fernando. Have your Venmo ready tonight. Let me send it to you. Appreciate everybody. Thank you. We'll join you at 6 a.m. Pacific, 9 Eastern tomorrow for more Morning Steam. Don't forget, we've got Mikey Money coming up here at 6 Eastern, 3 Pacific. I'll get you ready for the primetime action with pre-gaming, and should be a great show today. Like I said, go to the community tab. Mikey has 2 plays in those early hockey games. We'll let him handle it, and I'll just bet him here as I see fit. Gave you my opinions on the games, but check out Mikey too, just in case we disagreed on one of them. I didn't even see what he had, but appreciate everybody joining me here on the show. Check you tomorrow, more Morning Steam, 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific. Pick up my plays today at winnable.com/Ramon for my premium picks here tonight. For the Sports Money Network, I'm Ramon Scott. So long. Woo!
Books can't escape from the team called the Morning Steam. It's time to break one for cover. That's gonna cover, that's gonna cash. Then we make the 100-yard dash to the window. I don't know what you thought. It's Ramon Scott running so hot. Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice, we might play a parlay. It's the Morning Steam. What? Ramon Scott. Sports money. What? Wake your ass up and let's get to